is truck time. I must buy truck.
Ooh. Oh, that's because that's Lithuania. Okay.
Then where are you planning to buy your truck, Easy?
Yes.
Out of curiosity, is anyone streaming yet?
Yes.
I am.
Cool.
I need to open.
Say hi, stream.
Hi,
Someone was planning on posting a really
I do need to open his chat.
his own opinion.
I was just gonna talk about a
Isn't
silly
it-
drinking game thing I'm gonna do this time, but I think that's against the OS.
No, as long as it's
No,
responsible drinking,
Yeah,
it's
as long
okay.
as you're responsible, you're fine.
So
Okay.
responsible drinking games only.
No one ever has to
I mean,
specify if
nothing
it's
about-
liquor or not.
Nothing about the idea is sensible, but it's literally just like one-sided and a very small number of units, so it's like basically nothing. But I am also driving a virtual truck, and I was like, every time I see a "don't drink and
We should
drive"
not
sign, I'm gonna
drink
drink.
and
So it's not very sensible, but like it's nowhere near dangerous in like reality.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fine.
I need someone to type me the password in the Eurotruck thing.
It's
Come
not
on,
usual.
come on. James and I managed to guess it immediately.
Yeah, we guessed it without even being told what it was.
Well, I don't. It's the usual one. I know what the usual one is. I don't know what the unusual one is.
I mean, try a couple. I'm sure you're an intelligent gentleman. I think.
Like, to be honest, even our Arma password for the server is better than that what we're using for this. This is
Yeah.
like the most ridiculously worst
Um,
absolute password.
You
in
can just go into the map and then click view dealership rather than driving to one.
Shut
I
up.
can't.
I'm driving.
You know.
Oh, come on, DD! You're gonna shoot yourself when you.
DD?
That's not what I mean.
Hold
You're
up a
gonna be
second.
super annoyed with yourself when.
Just
when you
scroll
get
up
told.
and use the same one from the last session.
That one. Let's have a look.
Any ETS.
Yeah.
There you go.
Closed. Right,
You have to
it's that one.
capitalize it.
Capitalize it. That's the problem. It's just like, is it all capitalized, one capitalization? I was trying everything. Right, where the frick am I?
You appear
Europe,
to be...
I would presume.
So I have a high value cargo which has no of the ARD stuff, ADR even. That's
Wait.
51k.
So I do have to go on. Oh my god, I hate these dual level fucking cities.
Okay,
Where am I going?
Izzy is first planning on buying a truck.
Yeah, Izzy has to buy a truck, but I might miss the fucking deadline because I can't get there. Be funny. For you.
Where are you heading to?
Oh yeah, it's 4 p.m. already. You've only got an hour to get there in game.
And it's 5 p.m. on mine.
Oh yeah, now it's updated to 5 p.m. And they shut at 5, I think.
I don't fucking know. I'm going anyway, just in case.
Truck dealers. No, they close at 6. You've got an hour.
I'm going. I'm running all the lights.
Where are you heading to?
A truck dealer.
Oh, in Linz.
I think so.
I
Yeah,
don't
you're
have one in Linz, but supposedly I haven't discovered Linz, even though I've been there multiple times. So who knows?
He's here.
I'm also here, yeah.
How the hell do I get there? DD, I'm trying to get to you and I'm fucking...
You continue on, driving straight, take a left and then another left. Ah, you
I
drove the wrong way.
tried. I tried going down there before and I wasn't able to find it, which is why I then came this way. Oh,
Now
I'm
I
just
need-
blind.
Because you guys are in Linz, I think the best option is for me to fast travel there. Now the
Linz,
question is,
Yeah.
how in the
Linz as
hell do
well.
I fast travel in this game?
Find it, is it?
Pause quick travel.
Pause quick travel. What the?
And it's 295 quid for me to do it. It's the third icon at the bottom.
It is
third or
two.
fourth.
Yeah, I found it. 65. Sorry,
Yeah. Mine's in pounds, not euros, so it will be slightly different.
I always use euros.
My company is based in Britain, so it is in
Cat-
British pounds.
Cat going insane.
Mine is in Rotterdam. It's just chilling over there.
Right, in Linz, we can't go to Sweden. Can we go to Sweden? People have DLC for Sweden.
Yes.
Sweden. I do not know where. Oh, you mean the northern three?
Yeah. Scandinavia.
I can go fairly far into there.
Yeah, it's the south of Sweden from here for 47k.
Eh.
I could go to Italy for 57k, but people
I
can't go
don't-
down into Italy, so.
Got 7 Italy now.
In the meantime,
God damn it, there isn't even one here. Oh well, never mind. We'll just
Okay.
go somewhere else and hope I can buy it at the end. For fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
It helps if you take the handbrake off, right?
Tends
I
to,
have
yeah.
Yeah, I've gone to grab a cargo.
So, prep for some roads.
hello, Didi.
Oh,
I first need to perform a quick rest on the parking spaces right here.
Right, Freight Market, and buy the.
where are we going?
Yep, we're going to Sweden.
From here.
Yep, from
No,
here.
from somewhere else.
I have now picked up the job, so other people can pick it up as well now.
Ah. Convoys. Oh, wrong one. Convoy browser. View and take same job. Take job.
Fuck's sake, what am I doing wrong? I can never remember where to do it. Not bad. Not bad funding, that one. I need to test again later to see if I can export my damn videos.
Yeah,
Because they were still broke yesterday.
it's ghosted in here anyway.
Which
Yeah,
one was
go,
it?
I'm taking it out.
What do you mean, which one was it?
This is not the direction to go. Okay.
I do not. I wanting to join the convoy, but I needed. It has
You on the-
already marked it.
Yeah.
I thought I had to pick up the job, but
Don't turn left as you come out of the area. Turn right.
Okay.
Left goes to a dead end. I just had to U-turn.
Were you not following your sat nav?
It was covered up by the logo that says "Get a job here." This is a nice looking cargo.
Alright, then just go pick this up.
Hey Chris, what are you transporting in America?
Fruit juice.
What are we transporting?
train wheels
Train
Yellow.
axles, apparently. Yeah.
and wheels, but
I was going to say, I would assume the wheels come with
We've
the
still got to
axles.
wait for Dee Dee, James.
Oh. Well, I pulled
James.
out, so we're in the junction now. We could just wait up here.
You're a terrible person.
you're getting the curb.
It's fine, I wanted the curb.
Okay.
Is anyone adding Nightmare?
No idea.
Alright, I'm out. I'm loaded. Ready to drive.
And red light. That's for green.
Time to gain speed!
I decided to be a little different and go yellow.
I don't know what you mean.
I went for the yellow trailer instead of the red one.
I'm just gonna run the red line.
Yeah, I
Fair.
just did the default. can speed up now. It's actually got a speed limit.
Did you trying to undertake that truck?
Undertake? No.
I mean, we are literally going off here.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Chameleon! How's it
Hello.
going? Oh my goodness. I don't have your chat open, by the way, James. I wasn't able
You're
to
right,
'cause you
there's
set
no one
off.
in it at the moment.
You set off too early.
Well, I'm sorry.
My acceleration is clearly stellar.
It's still better than mine.
These are not
Come
Carlsberg.
off here, game.
Ended my stuff about 20-30 minutes ago. What were you doing? And was it fun and enjoyable? Oh, hello, Policia.
Sorry.
What are you giggling about?
Hello, officer. No, I totally didn't almost hit you. No, I wasn't trying to overtake in the breakdown lane. No.
Playing Fallout 4 with a few merchandise items on you.
Whoa, that's a
What's
weird statement.
merchandise items?
Yeah. It loops back on itself. Probably should slow down a bit for it.
What are we transporting? Wine?
No, we already had that
We're
conversation.
Axles.
Oh,
Axles
we're-
for
Train.
trains.
Oh, I was just looking at your back and I thought it looked like barrels. Huh.
It's
Oh,
almost
yeah,
like
they
you
are
weren't
wheels.
paying attention when we had our conversation a second ago, Didi.
Yeah.
I was reversing on a dual carriage.
What do you mean we have to give way here? Nah, you just pull out. No, nobody's there.
Feel like that's probably a bad idea, but I'ma just follow.
I did almost hit a car as I said that.
Yeah.
I was wearing a Mark 3000 Pip-Boy and a Volt 111 hat. Alright, cool. I don't know about the relevance of any of these things because I have not played Fallout 4 myself. I know what a Pip-Boy is, though. I don't know what the 3000 Pip-Boy is. Showed off my T51 power armor helmet. Wow.
Very nice. Oh,
So what you're
that-
saying is you physically, IRL, were
left
wearing
lane
these
is
items.
closed.
Is that what you're saying, Chameleon?
We're not having another one of those, James, again. Just suddenly swerving and I'm not paying attention. I'm like, ah.
Yes, I'm with you now. Cool. You IRL versus you in the game. That was what I was getting confused about. But it's okay, I'm with you now. Sounds like fun. Are you guys even sticking to the speed limit? Just asking.
Yeah, 50?
Yes.
Okay.
Chris, you only got me $200. What are you doing?
Oh.
Slacking, clearly.
That's the first one I've seen where you got me under $1,000. Well, I think the best thing is that my stream can't actually see when I say that because it's covered up by my follower goal.
Ooh, what are you planning, Izzy?
Hmm?
What are you planning? You're
I'm just-
swerving.
Yeah, I'm just very, I'm driving one-handed, so.
Yeah, it's noticeable. The vehicle, one of the cars is trying to overtake you, and it's like, ah!
It's
I'm
like,
upset.
I feel like this is a bad idea. Maybe I should eject. Whoa! Driver Philip just got me over €2,000.
Wow!
That's quite a lot.
And we're entering Germany.
Whoop, whoop. So, Chameleon, how did the stream go then? Like, are you relatively new to streaming? Because I don't remember if you'd streamed before. Like, tell me words. At the start, I thought the Pip-Boy would be annoying
Potato
to
is
wear
interesting.
whilst gaming,
Tell
but I
me how
realised
you
that it was
really
like having
feel.
a small pillow on my arm. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Izzy, do you need fuel?
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm relatively new to streaming. How are you finding it? You enjoying it? I hope so.
I am at 1/3 still left, so I think I'll be good until next stop.
you sure?
I can do another 1,300 miles.
Well, I don't know actually. Where can I see that? At least I passed it right now, so.
Fingers crossed for you, Bricks.
Yeah, I'll make it.
Fun bit takes a lot of energy. Used to only record for YouTube, but that was it years ago. Ah. I mean, it does take certain amounts of energy. I guess it depends on what kind of content you're going for. Like,
Yeah.
this is relatively low energy in the scheme of things, like what we're streaming
this is
now.
very chill.
Yeah, we just talk about absolute shit most of the time for these sessions.
Punched milk was the subject of last week's trucking.
Punched milk.
And then I just realised, actually now saying it again, that would actually be alcoholic milk, because it would be, you know, punch.
No.
And I can't imagine how to make milk alcoholic and also taste nice at the same time.
Baileys.
It is dairy. It's not milk.
I have to sit there and have conversations with myself when no one is writing. Yeah, that is the hardest part when you're starting out,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's why the majority of my content is multiplayer.
Yeah, which really
so I have
helps as
other
well.
people to bounce content off of.
Yeah, which really helps.
I have started doing a few single player streams, and it is always nice when somebody pipes up and you're like, ah, somebody I can speak to and actually talk stuff about.
Yeah, I've been streaming Resident Evil 7 recently,
Yeah.
and obviously that's single player for
No,
Scaretober and whatnot. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's it's interesting.
Yeah, I raided you the other night with it, didn't I?
Mm,
It's like,
yeah,
I can't remember who I raided. There was somebody I raided, but who was it?
yeah.
He's taking the dangerous overtake.
Yeah, I was.
I have to pick up some speed to catch up again.
It's just because I was getting stuck behind him and it was annoying me. I go with the no stream under 3 hours thing. Longest was like 6-7 hours straight. That's cool. On Saturdays, I used to do, what was it? 10,
I go as
11
long
hours
as my
straight.
body lets me.
Yeah, I used to do 10 or 11 hours straight.
Depends on how invested I am in the game, to be honest.
Yeah. I wanted to continue for longer on both of my last two streams that I've done, but I just couldn't because my body couldn't handle more.
Wow.
Okay, I guess I should stop then.
Ooh.
Right lane's closed.
Slowing down for you. There you go. Yeah, I mean, as long as I've ever done is 6 hours because it's a new game, but like,
Yeah, I
even
did.
then,
My
even
Saturday
when
ones, when I'm like 11 hours, have multiple games.
yeah, I don't know, I just haven't got that stamina.
Yeah,
I have like breaks for food in
saying,
between, so it's not that like as hard as it
Yeah.
sounds.
I just get physically drained.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy you take out of streaming. Like, if you want to be like constantly on point, you gotta be focused like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's the
But again, it
concentration
depends on
that
what your
does me in.
content is. Again,
Yeah.
because like a lot of
Yeah.
people have super chill streams, and that's their content, and I don't like. It takes an amount of energy to do, sure, but it's not like the super high energy that we're like talking about. Can you stop fucking swerving? Fucking yellow car. Jesus Christ. Keeps changing lanes. Piece of shit.
I've just been slowly overtaking this lorry by about 1 mile an hour for the past mile.
This car swapped lanes like 5 times, and I was just trying to always be in the other lane. Oh, do you need fuel now, Bricks? Fuel.
I see.
We're pausing, are we?
Yeah.
You can just. I can always speed.
You sure?
Just calm down, stick to the speed limit, I'll catch up.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I've stuck to the speed limit the whole time, so. But yeah, mine tend to be fairly chill, just because that's how I am. I'm very laid back about stuff.
That doesn't sound right.
Pretty intense. They get pretty intense in games. So I get my energy drains faster than you. I get
I mean-
really hyper.
I have none to start with, so.
I get super focused. I really hated that truck. So sorry. Truck is just.
Oh, you cut it
Do
off
it.
and
Oh shit!
killed
No.
Izzy with it, apparently.
Wrong
I
moment to
saw-
take my eyes off the road for 5 seconds. Jesus Christ.
I was literally just calmly overtaking this truck for so long. And then
Doing
just
it fine, and then
along
Dee Dee
and
gets in there in
sideswipes
2
it.
seconds and fucking annihilates the entire fucking road.
Yeah, just sideswipes it out the way and just kills everyone.
I was looking in my mirrors to make sure that wasn't gonna happen, but it still happened.
Apparently you did! You fucking failed!
I saw it and I just saw it break hard. I was like, oh no.
It wasn't even close. It was
Yeah,
like
I know what you mean,
half your
Chameleon.
truck was alongside it still when you got into it.
I haven't got very good depth perception.
You haven't got very good brain.
I rolled a 5 on perception.
Considering if you watch that clip of when you fucking cut me off, like, I was literally alongside you, neck and neck, and you just fucking cut me off.
They are stationary on the right here, so be careful. Ooh, there is a car that's sideways there. Okay.
Did Dee Dee hit them?
No, this was AI in front of us that we hadn't even got to yet that was sideways.
I'm still blaming Dee Dee.
The chaotic energies is affecting the AI.
You're catching. Everyone's catching it. I used an afternoon on making
Cleared
custom
enough?
notifications. Oh, nice. Well, if you've been noticing, Chameleon, we've been upgrading our
Yeah.
graphics
I have...
slowly.
Oh, God, they're stationary again here for the junction.
It's like Demolition Derby.
Yeah, they really hate these junctions and joining. They're so bad at merging. Oh, we're coming off here as well. Lovely. Okay, I guess I'll pull in behind this lorry. But
Yeah.
I've started doing some custom alerts, like my sub alert is custom, but a lot
Mine-
of them it's difficult to find one that works.
Yeah, I think my sub alert is Nandi, so that's custom.
I turned it all off. I genuinely have turned everything off. I've been like, eh. Like,
I have an idea for a follow alert, but I cannot find the audio of it anywhere.
Oh yeah, see, I just used the same audio. I was talking about graphics on that, because like,
and I've got a bunch of SFXs if you need it from another Discord. The Stream Elements Discord has tons of SFXs.
Yeah, I've a custom alert for it, but it's still the default zombie walking.
I've got that for
yeah.
some stuff. You know you can change that as well, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you're using Streamlabs? Oh,
yeah,
I'm not using that.
yeah, slobs.
Nah, I'm using Stream Elements.
Let's see
Yeah,
how
no, we've
hard we
got-
can take this corner.
Relatively, but not
Little
too
weird
much.
corner. Ooh.
But yeah, I was saying that I've got
About 100.
a graphics artist going through all my stuff, slowly upgrading it.
Yep.
Oh,
And
Stream Elements
probably-
kept crashing your PC. Ah, that sucks.
Oh really? That sucks.
I shall be using the same artist for mine afterwards as well.
Have you run any ideas through her, or
Nope, we haven't spoken about it at all yet, but
you're just like, you? I will have you
I was just
later.
yeah,
I will
was
use
just
you.
like, I shall hire you later.
That's fair.
I shall provide you money. You shall provide me
Yeah.
art. Thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Do you know what
don't
you-
want
what-
her to feel overwhelmed by all the work.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what you want her to do specifically, or?
I have some ideas, but not.
Oh, I meant like, are you having her just
Yeah.
doing a starting screen, or
Oh, I'm going for the full works at some point, but
the
it's-
full lot? Yeah, in stages
Yeah.
probably, like I've been doing.
Yeah, it's just figuring out what I really want for it and how to
Yeah,
design it.
And
stuff.
funding.
Yeah. Oh, funding's fine. I don't have an issue with funding at all.
Oh, that's good. That was one of the reasons I had
It's
to
cool
spread
still
mine out.
living with your parents.
Yes, I was gonna, that was why I had to spread mine out specifically so much, because it's
I had to
funding.
pay rent when I lived with my parents.
I technically pay rent, but it's nowhere near
Bye,
what
Brooks.
it would be.
Wait, that was
if
you.
on my own.
Yes.
My rent was
Hi, Dolphin.
£200.
Wow, so much. In the scheme
Mine
of
was-
rent, though, that's
yeah.
basically not a lot, considering they were probably also feeding you.
Yeah,
No,
mine's
I was cooking
300 a month
myself
for food.
most of the time.
Oh. Yeah,
But
mine's
were you
300
using their
all
food
inclusive.
that they'd bought?
I'm trying to think back now. I remember it
'Cause
was one.
Most of the time, yes. If you're living with your parents, you use whatever food they've left in the house.
Yeah.
I was cooking a lot myself. I think.
Yes,
because I was
Cooking,
But
fine, but
cooking-
you were cooking using their food, is my point.
Yeah,
Trying
there's
to
a
think
difference between
now.
cooking and buying.
Did
food.
you buy the materials to cook?
Can't remember anymore. It's so long ago.
Yeah, I pay my parents for all that, and then I buy my own clothes and stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just remember he upped my rent because just to get me to look for a job better.
But yeah, it's
Don't do that.
extremely cheap compared to what it would be if I lived on my own.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I
How goes the driving? Driving good, thank you.
I'm just not
Especially
sure how much
given living on my own, I would actually have to pay
Hey,
for a
Brayden.
carer. So
Yeah.
that's fair.
Brayden,
No,
are
I
you
understand.
popping on? Did I see you say you were gonna be driving? I also live at my parents for the moment, but I am looking for a place to stay. That's fair. I've not lived with my parents since I left for uni when I was 18.
yeah, both my brother and sister haven't moved
18.
back in since I left the
Yeah.
uni.
Yep. So when I was
Oh.
18, I went to uni. I was supported at uni by my parents, which was very helpful. Meant I didn't have to get a job whilst I was studying, and also obviously student loan. And
Yeah.
then when I left uni for I don't know 6 years or something ridiculous, I house shared with friends.
Yeah,
And then I
my
managed to.
Brother did the same, and then bought a house.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
a
was
few
very
months
lucky
ago.
that I was able to buy a house, so I'm now living in
Yeah.
my own house.
That's nice. I'm hoping to do the whole house. I'm not sure if I'm gonna ever own a house. I feel. I don't know, man.
Well, that's why I stayed in the Midlands, because houses are way cheaper up here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just have a
the
general a
hardest bit
big
is-
problem with that in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hardest bit is getting to deposit.
Yeah, that was why I had to do that when I was staying with friends,
Yeah.
house sharing, because it allowed me to have comparatively. There's a thing in the road bricks.
I noticed.
Comparatively less rent, proportionately, if that makes sense.
That
So
thing
we
in
were
the road
like,
spawned between us going through it and you going through it.
yeah, no, it was a car that was
Alright.
normal going, and then it stopped going for some reason. I can't remember what happened. I was talking at the time, but yeah, it got screwed up. You were, but some stuff came up. No worries, Brayden.
Are we turning
Whichever's.
off? No.
No,
that's
no.
You can get an entire house for like 4k Danish crowns a month. 450 euros.
It's not too bad.
450 euros a month for rent sounds pretty decent.
Yeah.
But I don't
I'm
know
trying to
about the
remember
housing
how
market
much our
in Europe.
rent was, but this was 15 years ago, so it would have changed drastically since then.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was like, if you want to get a house that isn't mostly falling apart these days, you like the bare minimum you'll be spending is 500 a month on the house, and that would be probably tiny.
Yeah. I mean, we
More
had
often
a
than not, you're going to be
three-bed
paying
for
600.
5 of us, so
Yeah,
that's quite
you're going to be
big.
paying 600 to 700 for a half decently sized property, realistically.
Especially given
And
it's
that's
brand
as
new
long
as
as you're
well.
not in London, obviously.
Yeah, London's really expensive.
We
So
don't
it's
talk
big.
about London.
Yeah. It's expensive. I'll think about it in the next 20 years when I'm like in my 40s or something, probably.
Yeah,
But now I'll
my
keep
sister-
running.
Probably too late by then.
Or
What?
Yeah.
What? I just no more houses for you.
No, honestly, because mortgages, they'll only
Yeah,
give you
mortgage.
that you'll have to shorten your term because they won't give you a mortgage which lasts longer than you are working for.
Yeah.
Oh well. I don't. Like I said, I haven't got any plans, so we'll see what happens.
£257 a month for an 87 square meter house with a garden. I was gonna say, I think this house I'm in is a 65 square meters. I think, or is it square feet? I have no memory
I
of which
think
one
we
it
work in
is.
square feet, but I have no idea what size mine is.
Yeah, I'll figure out what it is in square meters later.
I just know that when it was built, it was physically the largest it was allowed to be under the rulings
Yeah.
for shared ownership.
Mm. So did your family get a shared ownership house and then slowly buy it out? Is that how they did it?
No, they. It's actually better to not buy it out
Hmm,
because
okay.
it makes it easier to sell.
Fair enough.
Because
You
if
just
you
sell
buy
your
it
share.
out to the maximum, nobody will want to buy it because they might as well buy a full house by that point.
Yes, but I thought you could gain 100% ownership.
No, it's maximum of 85%, I think.
Right. Yeah, I was basing it on being able to get to 100% ownership.
No.
But yeah, if you can't do that, then it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
936 square feet. That sounds big. Are you telling me that you were in a massive house? Because that sounds massive. Because I
Big
think
house.
mine's 65 square feet.
I'll need to recalculate the meters to actually know how much it is.
Oh, it was 87 square meters
Eh.
It's
floor
like
space.
spread
But
out
then again,
across-
Europe generally have bigger houses than
Perhaps
the
it's
UK.
Britain, yeah, because we're cramped into a tiny space for the size of the population.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I might want to emigrate somewhere. That's the whole thing. I don't know where I want to live anywhere.
Do not come to Netherlands, thank you. We're already having
The
a giant.
Netherlands.
We already have a giant housing crisis. on our
Netherlands
hands.
don't want
Uh,
us.
I
That's fine, Bricks. We didn't want to go to your stupid Netherlands anyway.
thank you. Perfect.
I need to pull in somewhere. I need
You're
to go to the bathroom.
swerving so
I need the
much.
bathroom so badly.
No, in the Netherlands currently, if you see something like I'm looking for buying, if you see anything which you see the listing price, you
Mm.
would need to add probably if it's a 200,000 euro house, you would at least pay 250.
Oh, do people get in bidding wars?
Yeah, because we are currently, due to the rates of the European bank and stuff,
Mhm.
I do not know the English word for that. Interest rates. That's it.
Interest. Yeah. So the amount you pay back on your mortgage, right?
Yeah, and that is so low.
Mhm.
That's why currently everyone who is has money is currently buying a house. So
Yeah.
everyone who already owns a house is looking to jump into real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And currently, after Corona, a lot more
Causes
people wanted to
problem.
go onto the market. It's
Yeah.
one big mess.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I was gonna say something, but I've forgotten it now. So don't mind me. I'll remember it in a second.
But yeah, I find that my rent's extremely cheap, and I actually offered to pay more and got turned down.
Nice.
Whoa, what the
Yeah.
I want to pay you more money. No, thank you. It's like, what?
Well, when it's your parents.
Didi, you needed to come in, right?
I need to like pull in. for a
Not
second.
overly big. Okay,
Yeah.
it sounds overly big. Yeah, we'll
You
go.
gotta pick up Didi, or you want us to wait?
I'm gonna go
Uh,
over. Ow! I just killed a die.
Yeah, keep going. I'll be there.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
hey,
go get
hey.
petrol.
Oh,
James,
sorry. Yeah, I realised.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay, well I'll pause here. Go.
I very dangerously pulled in at a very late moment, and a car smashed into my truck, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I almost killed Briggs. I didn't realise he was alongside me.
All right, let me see if I can quickly tab out and see if I can find out what my house is quickly, because I remember. I can find out. Because I actually work in real estate, which means I actually know all the tricks.
All right, I'm back. That worked out well.
Hang on, I'm making fuel stop.
We're
Making
coming off
fuel.
here.
yeah, we
Cool.
need to,
I'm
but
gonna
it's a
catch up
2-lane
with-
off, so.
Okay, so it's 64
Slow down.
square meters. Yeah, there we go. So it is actually measured in meters.
It is meters, okay.
What's happened
Yeah.
to that car? Oh, no, poor
So
car.
my house is 64 square meters. So yes, yours would be slightly bigger than mine. It's two bedrooms. Mine. A furnace room. Okay. We literally have a kitchen, a tiny hallway, stairway, living room, and 2 bedrooms. That's literally it. Oh, and a bathroom. If I didn't say that, we've obviously got a
It's
bathroom.
basically what we have, but 3 beds.
But like, there's no actual like hallway at the top, so there's no landing except for like a little tiny square.
Yeah, we have a little landing, but it's a strip more than a square.
Yeah, yeah. Most people have the strip things, but I mean that literally you get to the top of the stairs and there's probably a meter square, and then there's just a door on either side. That's literally it. It's tiny.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god, there's a car in the side here. Which one of you fuckers punted a car into into
no,
space?
that car was actually there when we got there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe you.
I have stream evidence of this.
I think if you
Yeah,
were
that's
to make
fair
a
enough,
clip,
yeah.
you would still be able to view.
Trying to catch up with you guys. You guys got fast.
I'm
We
just
stuck
driving
to
the
the
speed.
limit. Yeah, it just stuck to the speed limit the whole way.
Speedy.
I just went slightly over to take over the truck that
I went too fast. I went too fast. Gosh darn it.
Did you miss the turning?
Missed that.
So Chris, what's your trucking looking like?
Just moving stuff around and it's really dark and I'm feeling sleepy and it's not helping that it's nighttime.
Are
No.
you still on
I
the
would say
same
join us instead,
delivery?
but It's night here as well.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm making progress. I'm just doing lots of missions where I'm trying to discover all the towns in between where I am and the destination, so like my route looks really weird.
Nice. Have you got an empire yet?
In Empire, I have 3 garages and like
How are you still
Six,
further ahead
seven
of me in in Euro Truck?
well,
To be
I don't know.
fair, we are sometimes a bit dangerous and lose half the cost of our stuff.
I only
Bro,
have
do
2
I need to
garages.
take- I need to take this one.
Yeah,
I'm signed up
didn't
at a
realise
rental
the same.
union.
There you go, I was signed up for it.
Waiting for a message that I have a house offer. Okay.
I was looking at
Rental
it going, I'm sure we need to be in the other lane. But I was
Yeah,
just
I was like,
following you blindly.
I couldn't fully make sense of it. I thought
Yeah.
maybe there was inside of the exit there was another exit.
yeah.
Like
I
that was what I
wondering if it was
thought.
one of them as well.
Sometimes these junctions are really hard on the sat nav to see where you're going.
Yeah. We noticed in time though, so it's alright.
Yeah.
You want to keep left when you get to it.
Keep left.
Keep left. Cool.
How do I know which one it is? Or should I just keep left forever?
I would
I
not
can't possibly
recommend
go
that.
wrong, right?
Yeah, can't possibly go wrong with that.
No. Why would you?
Oh, that's tight.
Ah, my foot!
Oh, Christian was as
What
well.
was that?
My foot. I literally said,
Oh.
ah, my foot.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh,
We just heard
all we heard was the screaming and it cut off.
Yeah. So it was like,
Perfect. Perfectly cut scream. My favorite, one of my favorite subreddits.
Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun,
she
dun,
needs a
dun,
rest.
dun,
Chaos is amazing.
I'm alright on fuel.
I meant rest.
Whoa! Don't slow down! Jesus Christ. Why is it always the motherfucking yellow cars?
I have sleep simulation turned off.
Ah.
Alright, fine. Time for you to die, Mr. Yellow Car.
That's a major crash on the other side.
Yep.
Raining.
I need my purrs on.
Get your pipers on.
Raining for you?
Yeah,
Wipers.
just started.
Not for us.
You can screw off, Yellow Car. You can fucking go into the barrier. Piece of crap.
Probably should not be this close to you.
I'm driving cruise control, so you should be able to just continue.
Yeah,
I'm not touching.
so am I, but it's still like, oh, if something happens, I'm definitely going into the back of you.
I see you guys. I'm getting closer to you now.
Additional lane is go!
I'm gonna take some time off streaming. I am, and even though it wasn't doing it full time in the first place, I'm gonna focus on more like written content and YouTube stuff now, and then merge like some light streaming in here and there.
Fair enough.
As opposed to what? Dark streaming.
Yeah, opposed to streaming 20 hours a week.
In the dark.
In the dark.
I don't even know what I do hours per week.
Let me think. I do
There you go.
4 hours of racing on Tuesday. Then Thursday I usually do a solo stream, but don't always do that one. Depends how I feel. Oh, that's a car. So that'd be another 3 hours there. I think I'll do about 12 hours, 12, 13, 14 hours, something like that.
Good at
Which
quad,
is,
you guys.
yeah, you have. Which is a lot for me, given the chronic fatigue and everything.
Yeah. I do
I was in 15
what?
hours.
3 hours racing. 3, 6, 9. I'm trying to drive and count. It's not going well.
Yeah, I managed to hit a car while counting as well.
Tuesday 3 hours. Wednesday 3 hours.
Gap. Yeah, I've got a gap.
Thursday 3 hours.
I'm
Friday, 3 hours.
slowly overtaking this truck. Like,
Yeah. By the time you finally overtake it, we have to slam on the brakes at the
well-
junction.
probably because sometimes because of synchronization and stuff, it jumps a bit backwards and then sometimes it jumps forwards again.
I'm about 19 to 22 hours, depending on how long each stream is. Sometimes
Was
more if I also stream Monday.
Right, so it's like a part-time job.
I mean, I was never disputing. I was always saying that it is a second job.
No, I meant it like in hours. Like it's not like you're doing 40 hours a week. Why are you?
I mean,
are you-
technically, a part-time job could be 3 hours.
James, what the hell happened
Yeah.
there, James?
Probably lag on your side because nothing happened to me.
Ooh, you like merged into the barrier, then went behind me, then went in. head me, and then
Holy
exploded.
shit!
yeah.
Fucked!
That would be lag on your side.
Oh
yes.
my god! If someone can catch that on a clip, Jesus
I
Christ!
saw that. What the fuck just happened there?
I don't know.
I saw
How-
an explosion and then a car bounced off my roof.
What?
Did you watch? Were you watching on the stream then?
No, I was in it.
You're not in it because you're way ahead of me.
Oh, well, it happened to affect me too, it seems. Because I had a car bounce off my roof.
I seem to not have encountered any problems. And
Yeah, neither have I. I just saw
James
Edie
disconnected
disappear.
from me.
Oh, did I?
I
see you still in front of me.
You've gone, James.
Yeah, James, you're
No.
definitely glitching out.
Yeah, this is you, man. That's what
Okay.
explosion happened. It's like,
yeah, and now you're back again. I just because you're
God.
using the large lights instead of the normal lights. My
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
truck gets lit up, and
Oh,
when you
yeah.
disappear, it's like, where's all my light gone?
we'll try and get that clip later, Izzy. That was bizarre. That like. I saw a car just go off, like literally off our road to the other side of the road into the forest. Like that's how far it went. I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Went
I
to
have seen it happen
space.
before. But yeah.
You're a truck space program.
I'm gonna have to go over.
Brick
Oh
never.
God! Jesus Christ, Izzy! That wasn't even a takeover. That was just fuck you. I'm going in.
I said I had to go over, and I hope that you were behind me. Why? To get you back for last week.
But yeah, on my side,
No, sorry. I thought you might have been a bit further behind. I knew it was going to be close, hence why I mentioned it. But you didn't have enough time to react.
No, I
So
was like, luckily you did like 1% damage, so it's fine.
unlike when you gave me like 30% damage by smashing into me.
Hey, that was
Brick's
no, I
never
smashed into
kicked me
James.
off my
And then
screen.
I'll let James has gone again.
Yeah,
fine.
James is gone again.
I'm still
I'm
here on
s-
my screen.
This is
Yeah, I know.
terrifying. I'm staying really far back because you're like in a bomb. You are. You like spawn back into cars and then cars go flying.
Watch out, Izzy
Oh,
is
yeah,
in that
I
position
got
right now.
disconnected from the server there.
That makes sense.
Okay, I would
yes,
recommend
please.
watching out. This is a really tight corner for the people that are gonna take it with me.
Wow, that is real tight.
I-
Yeah.
Don't know how fast I'm gonna come in. Okay. I'm in, but it's daytime, so I guess I'm not in the convoy at the moment.
Yeah, we have night.
I don't know where you're gonna be as well, because we were
I,
taking your we
I-
were taking your job.
Yeah, I accepted the progress though, so I'm still on the exact same job. Still
Okay.
in
Fair, fair,
single
fair.
player doing the job.
Whoa! Didn't realize you'd stopped.
It's called a red light, Izzy.
I know, I realized that, but I hadn't realized you'd stopped.
I'll reconnect at the harbour.
I hate that I don't have proper camera view because I'm gonna go left, but I can't move my camera to the right now, so I have
I
to.
need water.
I use a controller, and the analog stick does that for me.
Yeah, I have like a steering wheel that I'm using right now.
Yeah, I have the D-pad on my steering wheel connected up to the camera, so I can.
Yeah,
use
I
left and
tried
right
that
on
too, but it does not allow me to do that for some weird reason.
Oh, there goes that sign.
Fine, does it?
Yeah, I hated it. It looked like us.
So currently I have
Not
that
fan
it
of ours,
syncs
is he?
to my wheel movement. So the more I move my wheel, the more it will look to the left. And it looks to the side where I have my blinkers.
Indicators in English.
Indicators.
But
Yeah,
yes.
it took me a second to work out what blinkers were. It's like, what's up, blink? Oh,
Wait,
Blinkers is
yeah.
Americanized.
Oh,
yeah.
it's blinker American.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was UK.
Nope.
Indicators for us.
Headlights. Oh, your front things, aren't they?
Strangely enough, they are at what you might call the head of the vehicle. Yes. And you know what the ones at the back are called? Tail lights.
My brain went butt lights.
Why is your
Butt lights.
why are vehicle animals for you?
Why? Because they got heads and tails. They're actually a coin. It's a little known fact, but vehicles are coins.
Oh no.
You can flip.
Yeah, because you can flip them. Exactly.
It makes sense.
Which destination did we need again? Where, I have no idea where we're going.
Are well ahead. To
Yeah,
good,
but-
get sir.
Get
There you
there.
go. Oh, James connected.
Hello. Yeah, I got to the harbour, so I reconnected. Let's have a
Okay.
look at the world map.
Oh, you're
Uh,
inside him.
Yeah.
Which one do
I'm
we
kind
need to
of
take?
trying to.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
GEDSRA.
Yeah.
the
SER.
one.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
We're going
one.
to good sir.
Oh, it's suddenly
James.
dark again. Gedser? I have no idea how you pronounce it. It's Danish. It's a weird language.
God sir.
Gee, thanks, Dee Dee. You could see me freaking the fuck out and trying to connect.
Yeah, but it's a no collision zone, so you're cool. It's not-
Your
I'm gonna grab
face is
some
a no
water.
collision zone.
I'm quickly gonna
let
go
there
to
be
a
light.
resting place and then we can.
It suddenly lit me up.
Yeah, so it does. How did I beat you, Dee Dee?
Did you just say my head is not on no collision zone? Or something?
Yeah, I said your face actually, but yes.
My face.
That took you a long time to react to.
I was getting water. I just heard it as I was leaving. I was like, huh? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There's a
your
red
face
light
is in no
here, is
collision
it?
zone. Maybe I should not sit on the tramway.
How do you leave
Yeah.
this place?
You go forwards.
Oh, okay.
You hit that thing called the gas.
Accelerator.
Also somewhat of an Americanism.
Yellow
Right,
car.
I'm
fucking-
gonna
Just-
pick up fuel here.
Yeah, same here. I need fuel.
I don't desperately need it, but I might as well. I'm on half. So
Oh no. I need to put the thing in my thing. Hang on.
Where's
seems
Brixie?
we need. He
I'm
went to
behind
the
you.
rest
I
stop.
had a quick rest stop.
Fuck!
Now I'm right behind you guys, also getting.
Lampposts don't move. I just gave
Are
myself
you
more damage.
Kidding me, Izzy?
What? I was trying to put my cable in my headphones.
Did you also give yourself a concussion while doing it?
No? I don't think so. Why?
This is that moment where we can start singing a great Dutch song about brain cells, but
It's not like that armor session where you guys started singing in Dutch and it confused me.
did we had an Arma session where we start singing in Dutch? At least I was not there then.
Yeah, Groat and I can't even remember
Vol?
who the other people were. I know Vol wasn't there.
It was just watching that police car come down and just suddenly put his hazards on when it saw you.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, we were all in a APC going down the road, and for some reason they were just really bored, so they just started singing Dutch. They sung, I think, a Dutch nursery rhyme first, and then I think they started singing Happy Birthday, but in Dutch. Yeah, I can't remember. It was The Wheels on the Bus, but in Dutch was what they started singing because I
Oh.
recognized the tune.
De wielen van de na 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 na.
So when
Exactly.
does Supermax start? When do we
No.
get to Supermax?
No, it was Armour. I don't think they watched. I don't think they care about F1 particularly.
Yeah. You slow.
Oh.
Ooh, you hit the corner there, is he?
May not.
Wait a
have done.
second.
Oh, 1 second.
Whoa.
Backing up.
Watch out, Didi. You're having a car in between.
Make sure to take this corner with a wide berth.
Yeah, it's
Down.
tighter than it looks.
I'll just take it ridiculously wide.
It's basically what I did to get round it.
Yeah, it's always better to go wider.
Oh, truck.
It helps.
It's
to
just the
shift
fact that all of us suddenly had to slam into reverse because Izzy slammed into reverse.
Oh, who stopped that truck? Poor truck.
Me.
Izzy.
Poor truck. It's confused.
Yeah.
That was why I went, oh, truck.
It's
Yeah,
fine,
and now
it's
it's
the
my-
breakdown lane.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's so weird not having my headphones turned on. It's like,
49.
ooh, that's a nice
50 there.
sunset. I'm gonna look at that sunset. That's a
It's-
lovely
I believe
sunrise.
it's a
Sunrise,
It's 5
mate,
a.m.
yeah.
It's 5
just
a.m. It's
lovely
sunrise.
sunrise. It's the sun. It's doing.
It's like he
things.
completely forgot we were driving in the dark for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 a.m.
It's a
I
windy
have
meal.
To put the high beams on so I can actually see where I'm going in the dark. It is the
Lovely
only
lake.
way I can see the road.
A nice lake.
Yeah.
There's a nice boulder.
That was not what I was looking at.
Not
earlier.
a boulder. It's a lake.
It's a rock!
It's not a rock. It's a boulder.
Ah,
That's
no,
awesome.
you don't know the reference?
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I was not
No,
making a
it's not
SpongeBob reference.
boulder.
I was making a Shrek reference.
It's a rock.
Ogres are
Geologists.
like onions.
Yeah, exactly. They got layers.
My friend can recite that entire Shrek song.
Oh god.
And
Which
I-
song?
I-
There's
Talking
quite a
about
few of
Smash
them.
Mouth?
The song in that scene.
Hey
of
now,
Welcome
you're
to
an all-star.
Farquaad Land.
There are so many
No.
songs in that film.
No, the one in that scene where they open up the little like animation thing, puppeting thing, Farquaad's Land.
Oh, that thing. I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Not like I was gonna call it. Was it puppets? It's
The
puppets,
puppet
isn't it?
show.
Yeah, puppet show.
Yeah, my friend can recite that entire song.
We're coming off here, DD, so you might want to pull over.
That's
You've
the
got
most obnoxious song of the entire thing.
It is, and my friend can do it perfectly, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to remember it. It's fine.
See?
I like All Star. That's much better.
Yeah.
Easy.
All-Star.
Mhm.
Remember to take it wide enough, thank you.
I will not. I refuse.
Come on, give it a wide berth, that corner.
I shall not.
I just
Come
watched
on.
DD pull
I
into
like
outside
living
lane to
life
get
on the
around
edge and scraping the edges.
it. It's not even that tight of a corner. Just
No,
want
but I'm
DD
just
to
making
total
sure.
Opposite lane and kill somebody to try and get across on the wide berth on it.
That's
Son,
it, sorry.
it's right in my face. Ah!
5 a.m. son. Poor that truck.
It's actually
stop.
6 a.m. now, but you know.
Oh, it's 5:51.
It's 10:16 for me.
Nice.
It's 8 p.m.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong clock.
I was gonna say.
Shush. That was my ETA.
Oh yeah, 10:15 a.m. for the ETA. Yeah.
Yeah.
10:16.
Speed limit
10:18.
here, 50, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, 50.
80.
10:17.
We're in
This
miles
is
an
it.
hour.
Yeah, but this is normal land. We use meters and kilometers here.
We use meters.
No,
It's
you
not
don't.
for the roads.
We use miles. It's just for everything else we use meters because.
It's like we
why
use
not?
kilograms
Okay,
unless
but
we're
why do
measuring
you
people.
Instead, yeah, but you guys use stones, right? To measure
people.
I refuse to
Yeah.
use stones.
Hospitals now use kilos. So
Oh,
I
okay.
need to learn kilos because the hospital weigh me in kilos. They want my weight in kilos.
They won't accept anything else. I'm just.
Yeah.
The smart people want kilos.
Mm. And then Boris Johnson says we can all go back to Imperial.
Like, making it not illegal anymore. I didn't realize it was illegal.
Yeah, I was like, how?
Extrapolate
Oh.
from that what you will.
How did you make a measurement illegal? Like, what?
It wasn't the actual measurement, it was the selling in measurements of.
Yep. Because it makes it it's easy to obfuscate how much something is or worth.
Yeah.
Because if it's not in base 10, it's like much harder to quickly do the maths to figure it out when you're
Mhm.
busy
Yeah.
shopping or whatever.
The reasons why I think grams and kilos are better in stone is because they're 1-to-1 ratio with milliliters. Can't
Yeah.
do that with stone. Can't go like
Yes.
what? How
This
many
bottle of
milliliters
Coke
to
is
1
2
stone?
kilos.
Huh?
This bottle
The
of Coke
small
is 2
denomination-
kilos.
The small denomination you're looking for, DD, is pounds.
Yeah,
Wait.
that one. Don't
Also,
use
a really odd.
Was. It's not
one.
anymore.
Stone, pounds, and
archaic.
ounces.
all gyms use kilos, so it makes sense. No one's gonna say I've lifted 212 stone, whatever. Like,
No, that goes again in
212
pounds.
stone is an awful lot to lift.
Yeah, no one's gonna do it. Even if they wanted to measure it in that, they're not gonna be able to lift that much.
I never learnt stone. I generally have never learnt stone.
Yeah.
It's from my parents, and
I
that's
only
why
know
where
it from
most
my
people get it
parents,
from.
Yeah.
His parents refused to learn the new system, so they
Yeah.
taught their kids the old system, and now the kids are like, "What was this new system? It makes no sense. I only did it at school and then stopped caring." And then perpetuates this like state of no one really converting over.
Talking about weight, I I found a fancy scale on eBay that was cheaper than the Amazon price. Picked it up, went half with my friend. It's actually really clever. It's like
It manages to
Scale.
weigh you. Wow.
it weighs you, it syncs up to your phone, and it's like keeps track it and everything. Really
Ah.
cool. Quite like that.
That
I know
is
what
the laziest
Yeah.
convenience I've heard of.
The irony
In a
is,
while, yeah.
it can give you like other measurements like water weight and like body fat and things, which is pretty cool. I know
They're
it's
not as
100%
accurate.
I know, but it's still pretty cool just to have that. I like it.
Especially
Makes
not
me
if you're
happy.
wearing shoes.
Yeah, I do it barefoot. Yeah. I like it though. That's cool.
Also wearing clothes.
Yeah, I
Clothes
do.
are heavy.
I take all my clothes off. stand
Depends the
up.
kind of clothes you wear. If you wear fine silks, maybe they're not very heavy.
Oh, I'd love to wear fine silk.
Okay, jeans are heavy.
Yeah, jeans are very heavy, yes.
Making me want to wear fine silk now.
But yeah, I've
You
had to
can
keep
wear
an eye on
whatever
my
the fuck
weight
you
a
want to
lot.
wear as long as it doesn't disobey any laws.
I have a silk mask, eye mask, because I wear an
Is-
eye mask to bed.
Ooh, that sign sticks out a lot.
That's a round of.
Yeah.
I like how it took you 3 goes to get that sentence out.
What was even better was the fact that he hit the roundabout and went straight on at it and went over the top of it rather than round it.
Took me a moment to process there was a circle coming up, and I just saw Izzy turn. I was like, what is he doing? Oh shit!
Oh shit, it's a circle. Is what I heard from you
It
just
processed
now.
to me that there was a circle coming up, but it wasn't raised.
Damn
I thought it was a
tricksy
corner.
circles.
Hey Chris, have you had to deal with any circles? Tricksy circles?
Yeah, I completely missed that there was a roundabout coming up because in American Truck Sim it's very, very rare to find a
Oh,
yeah.
roundabout. And I
That's
just
what I
went
was
straight
thinking.
over the center
That
of it
one's a
and
bit
then
of a race,
clobbered a
that one.
car on the other side.
Yeah.
And then just carried on driving like nothing was wrong because these trucks are huge.
Wait,
So you basically train crashed into a car.
Yeah, the thing was the roundabout was also so flat, it was basically invisible. It was just like a tiny curb. And I was like, truck feels nothing, and then hits a blue car. Truck felt something, and then just carries on at full speed as if nothing happened. I'm on
Yeah, I thought I
7%
could
damage,
go over
and
that.
that's it. It's great.
I'm on
I have
14.
I've yet to take any damage on this trip.
I've
I
got
have
14%
to-
damage.
I didn't see that was actually, it had the Judeo star on that roundabout. I didn't see it until I actually hit it. And I was like, I just thought it was a fancy little hedge. Then I looked to my right, oh, there's a church next door. I feel really bad now. Ugh.
Are you beating up religions?
I mean, I will
I
have
bet.
tire wear, so I will have some damage because it actually measures tire wear in this game.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying not to beat up religion, Izzy.
Apparently you failed.
Yeah, I'll make sure to check for religious roundabouts.
Just make sure that you obliterate any religious iconography consistently.
Consistently.
Yeah.
As long as you're consistent with it, it's fine.
Yeah.
That was my first religious roundabout
No.
experience, so I have not seen
Sorry.
another religious roundabout in my life.
Being horrendously intolerant of religion isn't fine. Wait a minute.
Hey,
But what about if it's intolerant to all religions equally?
Oh no, no. This is going
I
down
mean,
a slippery
that's-
slope.
Still bad.
There is a difference between being against it in your own self and being actively hating on others.
What, you mean like driving through bushes? Because
I wasn't expecting someone to make a religious symbol on a roundabout, right?
clearly you're not thinking with
Oh,
roundabouts.
No, I'm not. I didn't realize there was like people commissioned to make religious roundabouts. I don't know.
I mean, there is a roundabout around here that we literally know as the cows roundabout because it has a bunch of cows on the middle of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit that.
He's apparently okay with cows.
I mean, cows are religious animals in India.
So what we're finding out is DD does hit them based on their religion as opposed to all of them equally.
Yeah.
No! I'd fail to notice the cows more than a symbol from a horizontal view rather than a vertical view.
I did find it funny though that after that first one, he had to straight line every roundabout after it.
It's a matter of fact I have to. I've already done one, I have to do the second one. That's why you find a clip with me and Milkshake, I just like yeet a roundabout at full speed.
That's entirely inaccurate. You could choose to go roundabouts.
It's not
Yeah.
fun that
The
way.
clue's in the name, Dee Dee. Roundabout. Not over about.
through
Or
about.
through about.
Yeah,
Ramp about.
Yeah, ramp about.
Unsurprisingly, going straight over a roundabout is an instant disqualification during your driving test.
Well, I'm getting a roundabout it somewhere.
That was like a milkshake fact.
I'm not gonna lie, there should be a way around that disqualification.
Wow.
You like GTA
Stop.
ramp.
That's like funny story. It's like turns out if you run someone over, instant disqualification in your test.
Who knew?
That's cool though, right?
Yeah. Oh, why did that lorry have to pull out in front of us?
I know, that fucking lorry. Just imagine it on the driving test, like, wasn't that cool? It's like, yeah, I guess. Disqualify you though.
No, that's the moment where they emergency brake and tell you to step out of the vehicle and fuck
Vehicle.
off.
Out of the vehicle, I will drive from here.
I'd
My
like,
brother.
I'd like to set up for the test or something, and then the testing person gets in to grade you, and they're like, "Who's out in the back seat?" "Oh, that's Guinness World Record officiate." Basically, I'm going for the highest score. It's like, what? I just slammed the throttle.
So there was a funny clip I saw of this. Was it a woman drift rally racer, who in America, she did something kind of similar to that, where she pretended to be somebody
white
going
camera.
for her like first lesson with a couple of instructors, and then they just had her literally just after a little bit of pottering around being crap, just go into full-on rally mode and for it to scare the ever-living fuck out of them.
I
It
know
was
the
really
same
fun.
one, but then
Oh,
a
Edie! Oh.
Ow!
Oh my god.
Oh, I got hit from behind. I now
Yeah,
have trainer
that's
damage.
me.
But, oh god, Dee
So-
Dee. How are you gonna get out of this one?
Ow!
Oh my god. Guys,
Nice.
so Chameleon in chat says my brother drove over the roundabout when he was taking his license for his scooter test because his driving instructor told him over the walkie-talkie they just needed to go straight across the roundabout.
Oh no.
Oh, Dee Dee, no. Oh, there you go. You finally teleported.
That is a major miscommunication and complete ridiculous assumption on your brother's part, but that's hilarious. I'm presuming if it was a scooter, was he like 16, something like that? Like, I'm presuming quite young.
Some countries are 15 or 14 for scooters. It's ridiculous.
Don't presume the dumb people are young people though, because oh my
Yeah,
god, I
that's true.
No,
I know
but there is
some
one of
adults
those
that would
ones.
do that.
It's not particularly that. It's more that if you haven't had experience driving or taking instructions on where to go, i.e. life experience, which is
Yep.
more common among younger individuals because they
Well,
just haven't
remember,
experienced
yeah.
as much.
Remember our 20-something roommate once where we tried to put him on a racing sim and he
God.
literally just floored
Didn't
the
he?
throttle. And I was like, you know you can change up gears, right? It's like, how do I do that? Hit this paddle. I think it might have been a stick shift actually or something. Like in H shifter. And he's just
Yeah.
like, let's go for a 4 and just throw it into like,
He's like, I'm going to
Continuing
drive
to
in
slam.
4. Yeah, it was just he
And
had
then-
absolutely no comprehension of
Because
vehicles.
we had it was like a Top Gear style, like just set the hot lap and get
Hot
on the
lap,
board
yeah.
somewhere. And after like probably about half an hour of just like destroying car after car after car after car, it's like, alright, I give up. I'm just gonna go for a 2 and then just go around the whole track. And so he was in second gear, hitting the limiter the entire lap. It was
It's like he had no
wonderful.
comprehension that 2 meant second gear. Like he had no
Yeah.
comprehension of
And
what
he
it
set
related
an
to.
unbeaten baseline of like everybody beat his time, but he got a time.
Yeah.
sounds like he is like one of those people who actually only have driven
Automatic.
automatic. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he has
He hadn't
no
driven
license,
at
has never
all.
driven a car. He's never even
Yeah.
been on a road on a bike. Like this guy had no concept of any of it.
Well, neither have I.
Issue. But you were
Yeah, he
tracing, I
was.
think
He,
it might
he
be
broke the
different.
art that was on top of the roundabout as well.
I-
So what you're saying is he did a DD.
Yeah.
Oh, you were actually turning off here. Okay. that makes sense
Secretly,
now.
I was him.
This whole
It
time.
helps if you're not in neutral, right?
You're Chameleon's brother. Does that mean you have polydactyl feet as well?
What the hell are they?
Chameleon feet.
This is a chameleon
Like
joke.
webbed feet? No, it's ducks.
Hello, weird suction cup.
Chameleon have webs. I mean, in a very, very broad sense, maybe.
Izzy, what are they? Are they suction cup feet?
You know how they've got 2 toes on one side and 2 toes on the other side, so in
I
effect
don't
they
know
are
that.
able to. I showed you chameleon's feet before,
So it's like 2 hands back to back, basically.
kind of, but they've only got 2 toes on each side.
No, I
If
don't
it's
follow that.
hands, it's
Weird.
fingers, but okay.
Well, yes,
digress.
but they're not technically hands because it's all 4 of its feet, so
Yeah,
all
but
of
you're
its
agreeing
digits.
with the analogy of a hand.
Yes, I was agreeing with an analogy of a hand, but not to that level. But yeah, so they've got. So imagine, because we've got obviously thumbs which allow us to grip, right? And
Yeah.
they don't have thumbs, but they need to grip onto the trees. So instead of having thumbs, they've got 2 of their toes pointing one way and 2 of the toes pointing the exact opposite way. So they end up being able to grip onto
Makes
it
sense.
with their
Sounds close
toes.
So having 2 fingers and 2 thumbs on each hand.
Yes.
James, are you avoiding the speed limit? I notice.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up with Izzy.
Look up polydactyl feet, chameleon. Or just look up chameleon's feet and you'll find it. Because that's what they are.
Oh, the real unfortunate crash that was.
That was so funny though. The way how you just slammed into the oil tanker and then jackknifed yourself.
Oh no.
It
I
was-
wondered what had
I was
happened.
just following, and then traffic.
Then I just wasn't. Was that just like when you just went straight through a roundabout? Was that similar?
Oh, we were meant to start off there.
Kinda. I just sort of
and go
just.
around this way.
I was in the zone, and then I wasn't.
I used to have a crown gecko. I know how their feet are. I'm just surprised you
should
said my
probably
feet are
wasn't
like
in
that.
the zone.
Well,
Yeah,
you said
okay.
you're. It says the chameleon, so I presumed that was you, because I call you chameleon. Therefore, if you are a chameleon, you will have polydactyl feet, right? That's where that's the line, the logic my brain went through.
Yeah, I went round because I missed the third in, alright?
Obviously, don't think a bona fide human has polydactyl feet.
Could do.
Extremely
I
unlikely.
mean, yeah, it is actually possible, but
Imagine meeting aliens for the first time and they have those types of feet, and we just go, ah, we've seen those before, and they're like, oh, good. Thought we had something cool going on here.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I thought we were unique
Special.
with our feeties.
We thought we were special.
It's like,
Aw.
you're
Little pants
special.
like, "Ooh,
You're
look at
just a
these."
chameleon that can talk.
Yeah.
I mean, all the like majority of humans are freak out, but then you got like most like astronauts, like scientists, and just like, oh, I've seen that. I know of these.
I don't know why, but I feel like as human, at this point in life, I feel like most people are like, cool. And then carry on scrolling.
I mean,
I don't think that's accurate. There are certain adults that are extremely diligent in looking for alien lives.
I feel like people are just like, gotta pay the rent today.
No, I feel like that's you. Not everyone is you.
I don't know.
People ain't
I'm just
currently
joking,
hyped.
I'm being joking, obviously. But I would be like, some people just keep scrolling. Like,
That one.
the sci-fi fans are pretty hype about it. 'cause it's like,
There's a lot of
this could
sci-fi
be
fans
really
out there,
interesting.
DD.
there are
However-
a lot of sci-fi fans.
However, if you want to call them the religious fans are not terribly happy about the concept.
Or confused about the concept.
I feel it's like having to prove an alien exists when it actually is right in front of you. It's like, it's right here, man. I don't know.
Just wait for the Pope to say fake news.
It's Photoshop. It's amazing what they can do with Photoshop these days. It's in front of your eyes. Yeah, Photoshop.
Such a good hologram. Look, I can touch it and everything. It's even talking. Wow.
I don't actually know where the spot is that I'm meant to be parking this.
God, I was so close to the end as well. That's what pisses me off so much. We were so close.
Yeah.
I had 0 collisions. I had a car bounce off my roof, but other than that,
0 collisions except this car that went over my car.
I am an fucking real.
Let me back up. I'll help you out.
that just came from space.
Oh,
that car,
mine's
though.
stupid.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm gonna wait
It's
for you
just-
to finish and then do it. 'cause we
Just
actually
Ron
have the
Weasley
same
on his way
spot
to
for it.
work, you know. It's an everyday
Apparently, I
occurrence.
think we just hit over a truck.
Just hit a Scania. What do we do?
That was a Scania, Potter. What do you think you're doing?
What is this?
My real shit Ron Weasley impression.
We
Why?
do.
Ron Weasley getting his day job and still driving that little blue car and flying through the air.
Watch out, Potter. That's a Volvo 360.
That isn't a car.
No.
No.
Oh.
I have no idea.
I feel like you were thinking of like a Peugeot 308.
Yeah.
Watch out, Potter. That's a Fiat 3000.
I'm pretty sure it's a Fiat 300. You're such a dickhead.
Brilliant. I love it.
I was thinking of the Pip-Boy 3000. Fuck, that's what we're.
I thought you were thinking of Nimbus 3000.
Yeah, I thought you were thinking about Nimbus 3000 as well.
Some mix of references, and it's glorious.
We're gonna get 3 for free. Let me think of another one.
No, please don't.
Quick, another inaccurate reference, go. But just like slightly, so everyone questions it.
Let's go.
Izzy.
Mhm.
Should you be able to buy a truck now?
Sunday. I don't think you can on Sundays.
Oh,
Yeah, they're closed on Sundays.
I'm doomed to never fucking buy another truck. Hi, Dietrich.
Hey, Dietrich.
Dietrich says hi, everybody.
I did it.
Goodbye, Diederik.
I'm starting
um,
to understand how to reverse these trailers.
Mmm.
Oh, we're in Sweden now. We're gonna get double trailers. Oh yeah.
I need to go fix my truck.
Most exciting of trailers.
Yeah, it's just around the corner to fix it, isn't it?
The danger trailers.
The best kind of trailer.
Chris is like, I'm in America. We get triple trucks.
I have started to like when you can like choose your trailer with like the little cogwheel thing. I'll just go,
Yeah.
give me more, and then you get loads more money for the same job, basically.
Do you know if that works in ETS? Did you check it?
It's same as ETS, yeah, it's the same logic. It's the same economic thing.
Right. I'm gonna go repair my tyres because I do that after every job because I'm weird like that and don't like any percentage of damage on my truck.
Please.
I had my engine cut out like 10% just now.
Uh-oh, I almost crashed into police. Almost.
It's not what
though,
you
it's
want to
fine.
do.
It's fine, I didn't.
Ah, James, you have so much more torque than I do.
Yeah,
only
I've seen
difference
this
is-
truck out quite a
Talk,
bit.
talk.
I
I
overshot the thing. Oh well. we can
18
go in
grand.
this one.
That's not too bad, I suppose. Right, let's see what I've got on the button shelf. How did I just get... For fuck's sake! You just gave me damage!
Really?
What the fuck is behind me?
There's usually no collision zones.
I thought the same, so I just ran into Izzy.
Yeah,
no,
you just
no,
gave me
no,
1% damage from that.
Oh wow.
So do watch out. This is not a no collision zone. I'll go away, Izzy.
Thank you. That is weird. It usually is.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
should
they've
be.
missed this one.
Yeah, they just missed this one. It's just bugged.
1,400 damage you did then, Bricks.
Ah,
One-
not too bad.
Could be worse.
Only 1%, yeah, I know, right? But it was just annoying because I literally just healed, like, repaired the whole of my truck. But also, hi, Jay!
Hey, Jay.
Okay, let me figure out now that I have time the what gameplay options I need to use to be able to use the buttons for my camera view.
I'll have a look for another job while we wait.
I was going to look
Cool.
for a job on my
Yeah.
buttons.
Let's
Free
see.
market.
I don't
Let's
really
have a
good
look.
one.
Let's
I've
see
got
what
it.
I got.
Oh my god, I've got an insane one. All the way to
Oh,
Calvi.
I'll go to mid France for 44k, but no,
Hang on, let's have a
massively
look.
expensive.
Wait, do you have the island, the cursed island?
Hang on. Oh my god.
You know,
James,
Porto Vecchio.
Oh, Corsica.
Yeah.
James,
Yeah.
could you go
Am I
into
in your
the
way?
gameplay and tell me which camera settings you have?
I can do a 47,000 one
Right.
all the way to Cambridge.
Guys,
Guys, we're going back to the UK.
I think actually, looking at the time, it's better to switch
I
convoy.
did not want to click that button. Oh well.
What's that?
Hmm?
Brooks?
Looking at the time, it might be interesting to switch from convoy host. As in about half an hour, I need a dip
Okay. Yeah.
because
Yeah, I
Or-
can pop mine up or as we can.
Okay,
Izzy
Oh,
can't.
I see.
Or is Chris? Do you
Chris
have
isn't
your-
hosting.
Chris is in
Yeah,
American
but he
truck.
posted a American truck one today. ATS convoy.
True, are you in a convoy, Chris?
Yes.
So Izzy can't host.
Yeah, last time it kept
I
failing.
can host.
I mean, I cancel mine 'cause I'm enjoying mine. So, there we go. Although Izzy would have a little struggle with stream.
I'm the only one
Censoring
not
it.
streaming, so do you want me to host it?
No.
I'm gonna close mine.
Yeah. I just accidentally reset all my settings, so I am currently going through my settings and fixing stuff.
I'll set up a convoy, and if it doesn't work, then we can default to
Mine's
DD.
closed.
Okay,
Right. Controls. That's what I was looking for.
there we go. It's hosted.
Yeah. Keyboard plus the wheel, and then there's it's not in there. Controls. Is this control?
Oh, it's gone. The Cambridge job's gone. That's alright. Where are
Yeah,
we
it
going?
probably would with the bench.
Camera settings is in gameplay.
Gameplay. Let's see.
I mean,
2/3 down.
because the freight market's going to change now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, with the move.
Ooh, what do I have
Oh,
now?
camera settings. I just have it as normal.
The
I have
steering
a-
on reverse on normal.
Yeah.
And
I've-
steering camera rotation on off.
I blinker camera rotation off, steering camera rotation off, physical
And
camera
physical-
movement on.
Steering
And
camera
the
is
other
kinda
two
cool.
slides are roughly in the middle.
Yeah, roughly middle.
And then you just have in controls on your buttons, you have a key.
Yeah, I just have the left and the right arrows as.
Okay, I've got
Why?
one.
Look left.
I've got one because it should be a
Up,
relatively
left.
short drive.
I would
Okay,
recommend
alright.
the steering camera is really cool because it means that the more you turn your steering wheel, the more it pans the camera left or right. So
I
as you get in
know.
the corner, it looks in the right direction.
I probably should do that.
It's nice.
Um,
I would recommend if you put it on just like the tiniest level, it adds a little bit more movement, so you don't feel like a static camera inside the cockpit. It has that tiny bit of movement, and it feels really natural.
Gonna go pick up my job.
Wait.
Oh yeah, let me.
Doo-doo-doo. A travel point near your hometown. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, okay. I need to fix that.
Oh no!
Um,
What did you do?
By accidentally hitting the button that resets all the stuff, I now have a manual, an automatic gearbox again now.
Oh no! What a terrible, terrible situation.
It's horrible. I don't like it at all. What was the thing I reset? It was gameplay I accidentally reset.
Why?
Oh shit!
Stupid
I
buttons.
forgot again. I keep forgetting to be able to press the fucking cog.
Graphics.
I'm such a
That's the one I
idiot.
reset. Transmission, I want sequential gearbox, please.
Just have a random gearbox. I think that would be much more fun.
That's the one that reset. These are all good. Accelerator, brake, and yeah. I technically have my clutch on my brake, but yeah. I can't
Whenever
get
you
to
change
half
gear, you
threshold on my brake.
You don't know what
Oh.
gear you're gonna change to. I feel like that would be fun.
Right.
Izzy,
Mm.
Now my
you
gear's back.
going?
Hmm.
Where are you going?
Over here to get my job. I told you.
Oh, okay. It just says unknown job.
It may
you
be
can't
because
pick
you
it
can't
up.
take it.
Balls.
Izzy.
I'm
Gotta check these
sorry.
things. Gotta check these things.
I'm sorry.
was
Where
like,
am I going?
waiting that you said this
I'm
should be
going
short.
to. We're going north, and then we're going across the sea. Hang on.
We're going to Latvia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go there.
Oh, we're
Really?
too
I thought
far.
Latvia was standard.
No.
The
That's
fucker.
not to see.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go to Poland and we can meet you down in Poland?
No, because I've got no jobs in Poland. I literally have
Hmm.
nothing to like anywhere in Poland.
You'll ignore
Well-
the fact that I just went round the wrong way.
I can go
Yeah, I
to
saw that.
Gdansk, and that is literally just a ferry, and that's it.
Is it reset my cruise control button as well? Yeah, it has, okay.
I
Can you cancel the job?
not without taking a penalty.
I don't need to do this. Good job.
We could try doing it speedy. Thing is, it's not going to take us very long because half of it is on a ferry.
Yeah.
Right. What? So you're going up, taking the
Yeah.
Sodatul ferry to?
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to Finland and then up to it.
Right. Can I go anywhere near there? I can go up to Jokaping. I can go to Linkoping.
Is that up north?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and then we can see if we can come back over and meet you there. That would be good.
I can always fast travel.
Yeah, it's actually extremely cheap to fast travel. It is
Yeah.
surprisingly cheap to fast travel.
There's no issue with going.
Wait, it's time to get
I'm
directions.
speeding to our job, by the way, James, just so we can
Yeah, I figured that. I'm gonna
unfuck
do
the
same.
situation which Tired Izzy created.
Don't fuck up.
Ye- Totally didn't just do that roundabout at 40 miles an hour.
Oh, don't worry, I've been going down a country lane at like 75, 80, but I just need to go
Yeah,
get
it's
some
what I'm
fuel.
getting up to.
Fuel time!
That job looked so nice before we left on Brick's convoy. It's 114k.
Nice. The thing was, I wanted to do the Cambridge one, but then that one disappeared, which was sad. Holy shit! €1.49? That's like super expensive.
Yeah, they tax the hell out of everything here. Something like they take like 80% of your wages in tax.
That's
And
not
then
promising.
yeah, and then everything's super cheap because of it.
Except for apparently fuel.
Yeah, apart from fuel apparently. But yeah, Sweden have some confusing laws with tax.
Been to Sweden. It's quite nice.
Well, Milkshake was saying that in Belgium, the tax rate's like 50% minimum.
Yeah, ours is relatively low from what I understand, but
Mm.
doesn't feel it.
No. But I think
Says
that's
the guy that
because...
has never paid tax.
I think that's because the actual, like... the actual amount you're taxed doesn't specifically matter as long as your take-home pay is enough to support yourself.
Yeah. Ooh, hello, officer. Totally wasn't doing 80 past you.
Don't worry, you've gone so quickly he couldn't even comprehend how fast you were
Yeah.
going.
He just took the number plate of the cars that I'm transporting and not the actual truck.
Yeah.
I got my cargo. It was at the docks. It was.
But that is why in real life they have to cover up the number plates whenever they transport them.
Mm-hmm. Or not put them on.
Yeah. Either or.
Bye, car. Nice knowing you. I got to go this way very quick, like. I'm doing a turning off. Damn it.
Figuring out where I will go on holiday. I might go on holiday at the end of the year.
Ill-advised.
I am.
Unless you go to a place
Oh.
where you don't have to take a
Yeah.
test, because they're expensive.
I
Are
am.
they oh, you have to.
booked-
Oh, sorry, James.
I am booked to go to Croatia in May. For the third time. We've been trying to go for the last 2 Mays and it's been cancelled both times.
Yeah, if you have to go somewhere and it requires a negative COVID test, you have to get a PCR test and you have to pay
Oh,
for it.
how much is that?
Like 200 or something
Depends.
last I heard.
What?
Some
Oh,
do
fuck
allow
that,
you
thanks.
to take an antigen test, but
they're
the
free,
time.
aren't they?
Not if you want to
can get free
travel.
ones.
Not if you
Oh.
want to travel, because you're
Not if you
doing it
want-
on your own back.
Yeah, and
Oh.
We have a bunch of them for free.
it depends per country how long those are valid for entry.
Yeah.
I just
Also,
came across
the
an
ones that you
idiot
have
was
are
so
not-
nice.
Not the PCR tests, the ones that you probably have, James.
The antigen.
Yeah, we've got the
Ah.
antigen ones.
It
Those
says
are-
PCR on them.
Or am I getting PCR with lateral flow? The ones that you have to go and take second.
The government ones, but
Yeah.
The government ones, like the actual, like they
I-
test you.
I don't know. We got them off
Does
my
that-
brother. So,
Yeah. The lateral flow is what you have at home. PCR is what you get done at places.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, yeah, but okay, I'll have to look that up. Thanks, Izzy. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. They're only
go.
free for domestic reasons, basically.
How do you know this?
Because I pay attention. No, I don't actually remember. I just heard about it.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Brooks.
Right.
Most likely it was conversations with somebody
Everyone's
who
already gone,
looked
yeah.
into it.
yeah.
We're like hightailing it to the ferry, so we can.
Who's, My brother's had to go abroad with work several times, so he got a bunch of tests probably through his work that we have.
Yeah.
His work probably had to pay for them then.
Yeah.
Oh well, that goes with that holiday thing then. Yeah, thank you. That's good to know though. Otherwise, I would have been.
You can still go to like Scotland.
It is doable, or taking it. I went to Spain last summer. Like, it's relatively easy to do. I had the luxury of a
Wonderful.
vaccine, but my little brother had to do it. Like,
True,
That's good
but
to
you also don't have to get like. I mean, did you go on a plane? I guess.
no.
Because we'd have to either get
Yeah,
on a ferry or a
it's
plane.
plane.
It's
Yeah.
a bit
Oh,
harder.
that's true. Yeah,
Oh,
that-
wait, I could go on the train, couldn't I, from London? That's not a plane.
Yeah, but you still have to get a negative test to be able to
Yeah.
get on it.
Yeah. My point is, you can't get in your own car and make it there without having to take some sort of public transport.
Okay, I'll look it up after this. Thank you. Maybe I can book something for next year then.
You cut that bit tight, Izzy.
It's really tight. It's not my fault. It's just a stupid turning. Because it's literally, there's a fucking, like, thing, what's it called? Signpost. There's a fucking sign right there. You literally can't take it very, unless you go all the way onto the other lane. Fucking balked as fuck.
He has feelings on the matter.
The lane is stupid. The road is stupid.
My friend's like that.
It was just a really tight turn.
I had this. My friends always say this. It's like, I can't be asked turning the oven on for 10 minutes to cook something for 5 minutes. Like turn it on fully. So
Maybe
she'll
you've
just
got a
chuck
point.
it. Huh?
You've got a point though.
I don't mind though.
Like that, it takes so long to turn that on.
It does. I get that, but it's just like, well, you gotta let it cook properly.
I'm confused as to whatever conversation was just happened.
Just having
I
to
I
wait
have crumb.
to turn on ovens, so you just chuck the food in without preheating.
Talk about ovens reminded me that I've got apple crumble downstairs later.
Got an apple crumble. That's very nice.
Yeah.
I tend not to preheat things.
Honestly, I don't remember the last time I bothered to care if it was preheated or not. But usually, the first thing I do
Really?
when I walk in the kitchen is turn it on if I know I'm going to use it. But then it's not. It's just to like maybe save a few seconds off it. But ultimately, if it's like a generic fan operated oven, you just go set temperature, throw the thing in, add a minute, you're fine.
Yeah, we just figure it out.
I'm not like. I guess I'm the weird one then.
I always preheat.
I mean, apparently you have time
If
to wait
I'm-
for a preheat. No one
If
has.
I'm
No one got
if
time
I'm
for that.
cooking like a roast dinner on like a weekend, then it'll get preheated. But I don't cook roast dinner very often at all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
A roast in an
weird,
absolutely
so-
different scenario, but that's like, well, a special case. Most people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I literally had roast pork today.
And chicken.
Another case of I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, we
I
don't
like
have time
cooking
for that.
a lot.
I have, what do you call that? French bread, I would say.
French
The-
Forget-
bread.
Changing
Baguette
it easy,
stuff?
I have realised my truck is at much higher top speed than hers does.
Yeah. Well, the French have lots of different kinds of bread,
Yeah.
so
In the Netherlands, we call it stick bread, directly translated. So,
Oh, the baguette.
baguette I think makes sense, where it's
Yeah,
like hard and
baguette
crusty and
is
really
bigger.
long and thin.
yeah, that one. But this one isn't as really long. This is like the classical Subway foot long, but
Yeah.
slightly.
Yeah, yeah.
And compared to the Subway Italian, it has a crusty outside instead of a soft outside.
Yes, that is a baguette.
Okay.
Like wet.
Oh, Izzy hit a car.
It's fine. I didn't even notice, didn't even hear a bang. Oh fuck.
I
If I
will
don't hear a bang, it's fine. I didn't hit it.
No,
will
I definitely hit it because he went off the
Oh,
road. But
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
oh, bye, bricks.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Tenter. Hey. Oh my goodness. Whee!
Just watching you weave it in.
I squeezed into this gap. We're trying to do this real fast, like real fast. So we're
I've got 3 hours
speeding.
on my journey till.
Ours is inaccurate because of the
Alright.
ferry we have to take.
Yeah. Oh, it still says 15 hours, 45 minutes, but we have a ferry that will take a lot of that out.
Oh no! Okay, we held it. Oh, sorry, car.
Oh, Yeah, I had to dodge that car.
I sideswiped him so bad. I was losing control because I was going around the corner too fast. I'm at 82 mile an hour, so it's hard to control. I am okay, thank you, Tentu. How are you?
It's easier to control on the wheel though in this speed.
Probably.
It's actually not too bad at all to control it.
Oh, that's a cop. That was a crash ahead of me.
Yep, slammed into bus because bus was rubbernecking.
Yep. And I just slalomed through the whole thing again.
That's a nice plane, alright?
Yep. What have you been up to, Tentu?
Whoa!
Sorry, I was stopping paying attention to the lanes.
I break some time, it's alright.
Oh, this is a tough corner. Unless you can take all the lanes, which I could. So, it's fine. But, could have been pain. Apparently I've been up this way before. I don't remember being up this way.
Yeah, we've done one to Latvia before up this way.
Have we? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
alright.
probably this
Had a nap.
exact trip, pretty much.
Probably. Had a nap which was a mistake. Oh no.
And it's
Naps are never mistakes.
I feel like for me,
Mistaken
naps
nap.
are always mistakes.
I just love that, like waking up like, oh crap, I fell asleep again.
Oh,
Made
that's
it a
me all
boo-boo.
the time.
Yeah, but you have reasons.
Yeah, that is literally my life. I will just pass out, and I'm like, oh, okay, 5 hours have passed. Oh, okay.
Chris had a
Fast
nap
travel,
earlier.
well,
James fast travels.
fucking fast
The
travel.
problem is I don't travel anywhere while doing it. I just waste time.
I mean, you do in space.
Time.
Yeah.
Like the doctor about the TARDIS.
No, like the Earth traveling around the sun.
Doctor Who without his TARDIS.
Please don't be anything in the breakdown
It's a
lane.
bit too late for a nap. Yeah, I can understand that.
Why does it make progressively taking a nap?
Aggressive.
What? How
Just
can you aggressively
launching
nap?
yourself at something and falling asleep.
That's not a thing. Unless it's launching yourself so hard at something you pass out, in which case it's not a nap. It's
That's an
going
aggressive
unconscious. No,
It's an
it's
enforced nap.
it's going unconscious and giving yourself concussion.
That is the name of my finisher if I ever become a wrestler.
Enforced
An
nap.
enforced nap.
An enforced nap.
Enforced nap. Oh my god, that's so.
It's just CM Punk but budget, but
Yeah.
It's just an enforced nap.
you've heard of go to sleep now for forced nap.
Has to be a submission move.
Is it the forced nap? Go to sleep just in the middle of the arena.
You should bring a pillow to the match.
I would like it if I could sleep less.
I have long expected CM Punk to bring a pillow to a match.
That'd be quite funny actually.
I had 10 hours a night minimum, and often that I still have to have a nap after it, and it's like, no, please.
Wow.
I just wanna stay up. Be able to do
I
something.
just want to do things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an internal parent telling you to go to bed. Go to sleep now.
If I dare go out and just have a conversation outside with people, it will just wipe me out. It's so bizarre, but that is just how my life is.
Yeah.
Nap time.
Yeah,
Enforced
pretty
nap
much.
time.
It's
Go to
like-
sleep now.
Tuesday I was driving terribly because I dared have a barbecue on Saturday. And it was affecting me for that long that I was still exhausted on Tuesday in the racing.
You should stop partying till 4 a.m. then. Gosh.
We started at 1 p.m. and finished at 4 p.m. Yes.
Oh my god.
Talk about
I am
wrestling,
so
see
fast,
Marco
I didn't
start.
even realize we're gonna have to slow the fuck down. We got to Stockholm.
Is it? We have to stay on wrestling?
Yeah.
I guess yes.
Yeah, no, it's on dark elevation. Marco Stunt does a
Oh, no.
like a drop kick, a missile drop kick and lands. But the other guy's so big, he just bounces off of him and lands on his head,
Oof.
like full force, just like clonk.
Is he gonna be off for injury again then?
Nah, he's all right. He finished the match, but the referee was looking at him like, "Oh, he's all right."
You
Is he
concussed?
dead?
Like Pac, everyone thought Pac had died.
Well, is
Why?
You killed those times.
Well, that dead eye into the table was like almost his head went through almost.
Seemed alright.
It was fine. It just looked brutal.
Yeah, it did.
I think it was just because it was from so much higher than usual.
Yeah, those higher moves are deadly, and through a table.
Although the Kenny Omega falling over was funnier.
That was so good. It's like, Victor's just so big. Like, he's just such a big guy.
big.
So big. I mean, he's so big that, like, I can imagine, like, if you, with enough momentum, like, he just squash you.
Like, were the Bucks supposed to be able to help lift him up and they just slipped or something? Or
Well, no, they flipped it. They gave him too much rotation.
to be honest, I didn't see anything aside from Omega on the floor, and I was like, wait, how did that happen?
Yeah, so they picked him up, but they flipped him over with too much rotation at the it kind of just pushed Kenny down, basically, and he
Yeah.
slipped.
Yeah.
I,
And then everyone was chanting one more time, like to try again.
And Kenny's just, like, on the floor, like, I don't know what's happening.
He played it off quite well. To be fair, he plays off botches really well.
Because he it's not like most wrestlers where they just kind of have like recover. Kenny knows like wrestling so well. It's like it's a botch. Move on.
But the other thing is, like, AEW don't try to hide them. They try to go with them and or create story around them. Because where was that one where someone slipped getting into the ring and they claimed it was Nakazawa?
yeah,
Body
like,
on a post, yeah, and fucking
Matt
BT.
Sydal was breaking his fucking neck on the first match of his night. Like,
Yeah, I think it was the Seidel one, wasn't it? Because he slipped in and they
Yeah.
basically then got this clip of Nakazawa like oiling up the place he used to get in. I thought it was
what were they
great.
doing? Yeah, man, that was so weird. I've never seen that in my life. Like the turnbuckle getting so wet because of an outdoor arena in the heat.
Yeah.
I
That's
just had some
mad.
interesting lag of a lorry coming directly at my face.
How did that end?
With me slamming on the brakes and then realizing, oh, that lorry doesn't exist. It just goes through me.
That's Ron Weasley's dad doing the whole.
Oh my god. What is it with you and fucking Ron Weasley shit?
Good shit. It's funny.
It's not.
What's his
it's
dad's
not.
name? Don't tell me.
Arthur.
Oh, for fuck's sake, have we gone the wrong way?
Captain
Arthur.
No,
Weasley.
you're gone the right way. I
Arthur's
think.
just driving in Scania down the M25.
I don't think I have.
Don't
Going to-
reverse. I'm right behind you.
Mogulville.
Did you say Moggle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I'm right behind you.
I thought you'd reversed more than that.
Mogulville.
It's not Moggle.
Moggles.
Oh yeah, I'm
those
just in the
damn
way we're meant
Moggles.
to go.
He's got an
meant to
accent.
go
you see.
this
He's got
way.
Moggles.
No. You're wrong.
Ron. Ron with a Birmingham accent.
You have problems.
I see you had a gate there that you can get through. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I've done my job.
We'll get to the ferry.
Yeah, we've just got to
fun.
the ferry.
I'd love that actually, just a northern version of Harry Potter. Everyone's got a northern accent. From Manchester.
It's just like a really thick
No,
one.
because then it just becomes Game of Thrones, because they all had a northern accent in that.
I
Well,
have never
all of the
watched
Starks.
Game of Thrones.
All of the Starks did. Where did you steal this cast from? No, I didn't steal them.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Where are we actually going on this one? We are going to the one that starts with V.
That scene with Hermione telling him he's saying it wrong would be so funny and different.
It's not Leviosa. It's I can't do an accent. I can't.
Where are we going to?
The one that starts with V.
Yeah.
Harry, it's not Leviosa. It's a Leviosa.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dumb.
Oh my god.
Love it.
Leviosa.
Oh, we've offended everyone in Britain. Let's go.
I don't get it, Hermione.
Oh no.
But no, apparently Game of Thrones, all the Starks had northern accents because that was the only accent Sean Bean could do.
Expelliarmus.
4 hours left on our trip.
You have an almost Jimmy Carr laugh.
Almost. No, it's not. It's
Alan Carr.
different.
No, that's not
No,
as bad.
it's
No.
getting towards Jimmy Carr levels.
It is, yeah.
No, Jimmy Carr is it's 2 noises and that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, ha ha. It's a
oh. It's a honk.
No, when he gets properly going, he's really bad.
I guess.
I'm
It's a Jimmy
trying to
Carr.
think of what his laugh is like now.
It's
I
just
have
a
heard
thing.
it many times, but I cannot think what it's like right now.
You just breathe
Imagine
in
Mickey
once.
Mouse, but like extended longer. And that's Jimmy Carr's laugh.
Oh,
It's a little bit.
Ha ha.
No, because when he
Sorry,
gets
don't
properly
mind.
going, it's really loud and obnoxious.
So cursed.
You're making me go through a red light, James.
It was green when I went through.
Oh no, I'm Severus Snape. Turn to page 234.
What accent is that supposed to be?
Just Dwarven. Market salesman.
Sounded a bit like Stephen Gerrard.
You're a fan of Jimmy. Do you know what I mean about his laugh then, Tentu? When he goes proper laugh, he's like, goes like proper loud.
Riga is this way. I know Riga from EU4.
Do I breathe in too heavy?
Oh,
I just start coughing?
okay. Bridge is closed at the moment.
Bridge is not there right now.
Yeah. The bridge
think-
is straight up in the air.
Yeah, I think by closed you mean open. To let a ferry through.
Okay. I did not know this was in the game.
Bridge to space. Anybody want to go to space? Now I want to know what happens if you sit in it.
Yeah,
my
if you're in
God.
the middle of it when it opens.
Or to one side. Do you just roll off?
Just have to hold the brakes on the entire time you're on it.
Mm. Oh my god, they go up before it's even fully down?
Yeah.
The air has no time to wait. Harry Potter, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
You need to stop this. You really do.
This.
Ah, you made the bus stop! You pralek! I don't know what a pralek is, but you're one of them.
I just saw her in the mirror. The bus that was nowhere near decided to just stop in the middle of the road and use its hand into the back of it.
I know.
I
was
wasn't even close to
terrible.
touching the bus and it just stopped.
Just had a field day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch a stream. It sounds like fun.
Oh, you mean you haven't been watching our streams already? That's
Okay.
rude.
I only have one monitor, alright? Leave me alone.
I will not.
I
One
actually have room for a
monitor,
second monitor now
boob.
that I think about it.
Yeah, go get one, you boob.
Yeah,
I
you
am
should.
working on getting a desk and a third monitor. I have the money to, it's just measuring it up and actually deciding, do I want this desk or do I want this desk?
Yeah.
I look at a third monitor as like, this is what I want, but not what I need.
Yeah. The only reason I have a third monitor is because that's the third one is where I put my streaming stuff.
Yeah, it'd be like, I would put Discord up on it,
Yeah.
so I can see Discord while I'm streaming.
Yeah, so I've got Discord on my rightmost monitor. I've obviously got my game in the middle, and then I've got my streaming stuff on my leftmost monitor. Although I do want to replace my leftmost monitor at some point because it's got striated lines through it because it's old as fucking time.
Oh yeah, mine's, my second monitor is a TV from 2009.
Mine's an LG TV from probably about the same time, and it's got red
Yeah,
lines going
mine's
through
also
it.
an LG TV.
Yeah, yeah. Has it got that red strip at the bottom?
No.
Okay.
See, that monitor is so old. That is one of my earliest like memories when we first met, freaking
I know.
stupid long ago.
Trains are here, we need to stop.
I had one before this one, Chris, the one that we couldn't see the dot on.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't stop.
Got rid of that one. Got rid of that one, and then got this one, I think, after it.
Honestly, I thought that was that one. I thought
Nope.
that was...
Really? Another
Nope.
train already?
It is not the same one, Chris. There's a different one.
So this truck inside in front of me decided to not go, and then it closed again for another train.
What GPU do I have? Good question. Chris, what GPU do I have? It's your old one.
My old one. Oh, 1060 at like 6 gigabytes of VRAM. It's actually really decent. It's now horrendously outdated and 2 generations out, but thanks to it having, I got one with high VRAM. It basically is bulletproof and lasts
Yeah.
way beyond its average.
See, I knew what GPU I had when it was mine and I'd bought it, but then I upgraded to Chris's old one.
Yeah, I just thought, oh, I've got a spare, and it's better than yours. It was like 1 generation better because yours was
Yeah,
a
mine was
900 something.
960. 960
Yeah.
mine was, yeah.
Yeah, I had a 1050 Ti before I bought this, and I've got a 380 now.
Oof. I want one. But I don't want to, sell my soul or my right leg for it.
Yeah.
Kind of happened to be in use of my right leg.
I got very lucky on it that I managed to dive in just before the prices spiked.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I feel sad.
Sorry, they're half price what they were in at the height.
They are. I was talking to Chris about this. They're bringing out a Noctua,
Noctua.
for 3060 or 38, whatever it is, with like the brown
38.
fans.
I hate it.
I love it. I like the brown fans. I haven't.
I hate it. It makes me
Oh,
want to
yeah,
throw up.
they look awful, but it's a brand, and they are a good brand.
I like the brown. I'm like that. I'm weird like that.
We come full circle, and beige is cool again.
Yeah, beige.
I hate beige.
I like beige.
That beige and brown, I hate it. It just... bleh.
Bayesian.
Beige and brown, I said.
Oh right.
3070 Noctua. Yeah, probably that one.
Yeah, that one looks. It looks really nice. 'Cause it's beige and brown, and it'll go well.
That doesn't mean nice. That means disgusting. Rank as fucking shit is what that
I
means.
just want a brown PC now. Make it all brown.
What's wrong with you?
I want that 70s look.
Why?
There's a reason we left the 70s, mate.
What if it's like
The
a lava
cream
lamp
and
in it?
beige and off-green colours are something we left behind in the
Oh.
80s, and they're awful.
Oh, do you remember the avocado bedroom? The bathrooms.
I remember the slight avocado boiler we had in one of our houses, and it was like literally older than I was.
Yeah.
Those.
Wasn't it installed in 86?
It was like, yeah, something like 86. 85, 86.
It's even more overpriced than the current overpriced ones.
You reckon it's going to be more overpriced? Why? Surely they have to make it like dirt cheap to make people buy that shit.
No, because people will buy it
No,
back.
people will buy it. But
It looks
So-
like ass.
Other than the colour, Noctua actually make decent stuff. I've
Oh
got
yeah, no,
Noctua
they're
CPU cooler.
yeah. Everything that they make is solid. It just looks like fucking balls.
It's
Oh,
like,
coming off
why
this.
do you colour it like poop?
Yes, exactly.
I might have to write an article on that. Why are you brown?
Oh, it's just brand. That's it. It's just
mm.
brand. No one else is doing it, so it's very
It's
easily
it's
taken.
It's like, yeah, but it's like Noctua being brown is like the most ungamer color. They're like, we make the best quality components for your computer, but we can make it the worst color.
Out of context, that sounds very bad.
I know, I said it, but I was trying to like dodge it as fast as possible, James. So thanks for bringing it back up.
No problem.
So it's going to be on the internet forever now.
Yeah,
it's just
so
like-
it hasn't been streamed to multiple places.
But it's like one of those things. It's like
It's easy.
Maybe
It's
the
there's
Mars
just
a roundabout.
everything has been done.
Okay.
everything has been done. I'd be very surprised if it was something other than just no one else is using this color because it's awful. Because why wouldn't you? Like,
What
'cause-
about the color green that reminds people of throwing up?
I wanna put a
Vomit,
rug
vomit-colored
Well,
peripherals.
No, the 80s green was really bad because it was like it wasn't a really strong green,
Yeah.
but it was a slightly darkened green. And
Yeah.
it's not like a nice pastel green. It's just like
Yeah.
this dark, dingy
Horrific
dark
in
line.
every way green, I think is what I call it.
No redeeming features green. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't mean that green.
Ah, yes, that green. I've seen that in Dulux.
Vomit green.
Oh god. They're just come out with the color palette, and here you have vomit green.
Little
I
grate
expect
above
that's
your
not stuff-
mantelpiece.
I expect that Citadel miniatures in Warhammer, but not from anywhere else.
They should just start making the graphics cards and components in those horrific colours so that scalpers won't buy them. So because that's just so ugly, no one's gonna buy them.
No, that's not how that
No,
works.
no,
Yeah,
that's
if-
not how it works at
I
all.
don't
People
think
will still
bots
buy it.
care.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about colours. I found a way to turn off my RGB.
What? Are you a fake gamer? First you like the brown Noctuas, now you hate RGB.
I'm actually turning off my RGB when I go to bed. Yes, I don't want flashing lights while I'm sleeping.
Mine
You are
is
the
fine,
worst gamer I've ever met.
I turned off my RAM RGB. It's just too
You mean you
bright.
don't sleep RGB? What is this?
He's a
No.
fake gamer, man.
Famer.
Brown. Give me my brown. Clacks.
Yeah, I put my computer to sleep to turn off the colours because it's pointed directly at my bed and would be right in my face all night.
But the
Oh
thing is,
no.
it wouldn't turn off. Like the RGB wouldn't turn off on my motherboard. Like it would still hum. So I had to go into the BIOS and find the check RGB off when sleeping. And I was like, I've lived my life with this computer for almost 10 years and didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, that must have been automatic on mine.
Your
You've had
first
RGB
mistake.
for 10 years.
Yeah, your first mistake was having the same motherboard for 10 years.
Yeah.
Wait, when did I last update?
Must have been expensive to get RGB 10 years ago.
To be fair, mine was 9 years old before I got this one.
Hmm.
I bought that
Oh,
computer in
God.
2013.
Lucky.
That wouldn't have been 9 years old then.
It was 9 this year, and I got this computer this year. I've gone
2013 to 2021.
12 even. I meant 12.
Okay. I was like, the math ain't adding up, chief.
Yeah.
Don't
I
crash,
have
don't
no
crash,
idea.
don't crash, don't crash, don't crash.
Oh, I didn't even see him run there.
That's why I shouted, don't crash.
I was
2017.
sticking to the broken down lane anyway.
So it's
I-
nowhere near 10 years, is what you're saying, DD.
I think I must.
You
have-
over exaggerated to fuck.
Yeah,
I
it's only
update-
4
I-
years old.
I forgot when I updated my last PC. Like, I know I updated it once, but I couldn't remember when it was.
Everyone builds PCs with that expectation of it'll last 10 years and it never does. Everyone's like, oh yeah, 5 years have passed, my computer is ancient. Because I do it as well.
Yeah. It's how it goes, but. that's
I got my first personal computer for my own money. I bought it in 2005. Because I'm an old bitch.
The first one I bought with my own money would have been the one in 2012.
Nice.
Before
like
that,
to
it was
thi-
just laptops.
My
Yeah.
first computer was amazing. Although,
My parents bought for school.
yeah, mine was. I was very lucky. My parents bought me a computer, but it wasn't like a gaming PC. It was more of like a
Yeah,
slightly good like processor and like decent amount of RAM and stuff. But like it had no proper graphics card. Discrete. It didn't had no discrete graphics card actually. Is the best way to put it.
Integrated.
And then and that was like the first thing I did. So for me, it was like that was the first gaming PC I had was when I bought that graphics card and turned it into
Yeah.
a gaming PC.
the
yeah.
first PC I had was my parents bought me a PC when I started school. Well, it wasn't for me; it was for the family.
Yeah, we had a family PC
in-
before that, yeah.
in '99, it was a Times computer.
Yeah, we had a family computer running Windows 95 that I remember
Yeah.
growing up. There was one of those old CRT monitors.
Yeah,
Grey,
that's what we had.
disgusting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have VR, Brayden, so I can't truck in VR. And then we upgraded it to 98. And I can't remember if the family computer got upgraded or if I just got my own
I
first.
got funding to have a laptop. My school paid for me to have a laptop because my dyslexia. I got covered under.
Oh! Oh no, I remember.
I got covered under that somehow. I don't quite remember exactly how it worked, but when I
Remember
was 7, I got bought a laptop by the school.
My best friend from school, he's had an amazing one. He went to the same college as me doing a different course, and like he managed to get an iPod through that disability. It's like, what do you mean? It says, oh, it helps him concentrate. I was just like, that seems like an abuse of the system, but carry on.
It's for ADHD.
So
Honestly,
I
it probably
remember.
helped him, to be fair.
basically, yes, we got an upgraded home computer because I remember it was running XP. My dad bought it kind of technically for himself, which is why it was in my parents' room, and it was running Windows XP. And I remember this because we were playing that fucking 3D pinball game all day, every day.
Oh yeah, I played that as a kid as well. So that's the one that was on my laptop.
Yeah, and it was fucking awesome. And me and my brother were like, oh my god, we just took turns to fucking try and do it. It was so fun. Oh my god, that's a fucking diagonal. I've never seen that before. Yeah, and then I got my own one after that, and I'm pretty sure that was running yeah, my first one was running XP as well. In 2005. And then I got one, an additional one, I think in 2008, maybe? I think it was just before I went to uni. I don't remember anymore. But I got a different one,
Yeah.
which was running 7. And then after I met Chris, I got another one because we built one.
Yep.
I say we, I mean him.
You're like, I know someone that could build PCs. This would be way better.
Yeah. I tried doing that before because I think it was either 2007 or 2008 where my friend that I knew at college was like, oh, I can, build a PC and stuff. And I was like, yeah. So I was talking to my dad about it. He was like, no. I was like, what? It's my own money. He's like, no. Because it's going to be problematic and it'll break and it'll be the worst thing ever. I was like, what? So he promised me, I said, this is what we're looking at getting. I gave him the specs and how much it was going to cost me, which was, I think, £500 at the time. And obviously I had all the peripherals already. And he said, okay, well, I'll go find and make sure I can get exactly the same or better. And if I can't, I'll pay the difference. I was like, all right, fair enough. It doesn't bother me. And I got that horrific Dell. Do you remember it, Chris?
Yeah, tiny mini case, mini
Slimline.
RTX case.
Yeah. It was very bad.
My
Wasn't
dad
bad
still
for
has
its
my
size.
computer. Sorry, Karen.
It wasn't
Yeah,
bad for its
I
size,
gave
but-
my previous
Sorry.
computer to my parents.
I just realised that my first ever computer was with my dad. No.
I gave my computer to my sister. I'll need to reconfigure the play space to include where my desk is, because at the moment my play space is away from my PC. Interesting. Is that so? You have VR, but you haven't bothered to try tracking it. Okay, unless I
So,
get a
the-
Bluetooth USB.
Is the first computer I properly built from start to finish, like actually starting from base components and things, I believe is the one I sold to your brother.
Oh yeah.
After it got upgraded to like every end with SLI and everything. Back when
That was
SLI
your
a great
one,
idea.
which you then sold to him, didn't you? Yeah. Because it was yours originally, wasn't it, that you were using?
What do you mean?
Did you use it and then sell it as like I'm kind of done with it, or did you?
Oh yeah, passed it on 'cause I
build
was
it.
building a new PC and basically sold
Yeah.
my PC as it was and working
Yeah.
to your brother.
Yeah,
So
because
there
my
you go.
point was I didn't think you'd built and then sold it to him like as a
No.
full thing.
I
yeah.
have never actually done anything like that. Although I'm very close to my dad, like finally agreeing to let me do it because he doesn't. It's not one of those cases of like parents not letting you do stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
my dad being like not believing it would work properly. It's
I'm saying to
yeah.
my dad, like, I literally have a BTEC national diploma in putting PCs together. Can you please let me do it? It's like, no. And then many years have passed, and now he can't be bothered to put together his own PC anymore. So it's like, oh, fine, you can do it.
Yeah. It's like Braden said in chat, I got the pros to build my PC and they fucked it up. Now I must go get it repaired by the professionals.
I had
sorry
mine
about
built
this.
by professionals as well.
I have
Pre-builts are good.
I built my first PC. It went okay for a while. PSU blew up. After a while, happened to note I realized at the time I like, well, why did it just blow up, like go bang? And then I realized that while I was building it, I accidentally dropped a screw into the PSU and didn't notice. And then it
Oh.
just, and
Rip.
then I realized, oh yeah, that's what happened. Got a refund on it though. I just said it was just faulty. It just went bang, and at the time I didn't know what it was. I thought the PSU was literally just faulty. Then after sending off the things, I had thought about it and thought like, did I drop a screw in it? I might have dropped a screw in it.
When you
Right.
drop screw, do you not immediately go, shit, I should probably pick that up?
I think it's just because I didn't notice it at the time, and then I realized after a while that like, I think I just must have like triggered in my brain like that happened. And I
These-
didn't notice it.
please never work on cars.
Actually, I'm not a DIY person. Don't touch that. Woodworking in school, I just let the guy make it for me. I don't want to go anywhere near saws and things.
Why would the repairs not be covered by warranty, Brayden? That's bullshit. See, this
And
is
then
why I can't be asked with it. And building your own, as long as you actually know what you're doing. Because, spoiler alert, turns out I don't.
Pre-built's actually fine because the warranty is what the advantage is.
Oh no, but Brayden's literally just saying that his PC that's fucked up, the issue is saying they might not be covered by their warranty.
Oh god.
That's dumb. Everything should be covered. As long as you haven't opened the case, everything should be covered. Although we get the advantage, I guess, of UK and EU selling market thingy law. That means you get an instant refund if things are broken, if they aren't
Yeah.
as advertised in that.
I remember my PC.
At least till they
when I
axe it.
So once I broke the PC, I sent it off to the pro who's built PCs in the past, and he gave it back perfectly fine, like for ages and things. And when I went to upgrade it in the new house, a guy, my roommate who builds PCs like as a hobby and works at EA,
Boo hiss.
yeah, he worked for EA. Yeah, he worked for EA at the time. He's no longer working for EA now. He helped me build my PC. He said, "What you have set up there for your graphics card is a fire hazard. I don't want my PC in my room, in my house." I'm like, "Why? What's wrong?" It's like that power supply cable linked to that graphics card is unsafe. And I was like, "Oh fuck."
Oh, those two reasons are reasonable, Brayden.
yeah.
They are
I didn't-
no, not your conversation, but your reasons for the warranty being void are reasonable.
Shit. What was it?
The warranty might have run out.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we screwed them.
And if the issue is caused by the GPU and processor that Brayden himself replaced.
Yeah. You open the
Right.
case, it's nothing you can do about it.
You're screwed if you open the
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
So yeah, with the graphics card thing, he basically told me you should buy a new power supply right now. That thing could go up in flames. I'm like, okay. And this is a
Yes,
professional who
Brayden, but
fixed it
you've
for
got
me.
no evidence of that, and that's the problem. They might say, yeah, it's definitely from this thing that you replaced, even if it was an issue before you replaced them, because it's an easy scapegoat for them not to have to pay out.
Oh, I'm taking forever on this reversing job. Screwed up this one.
Man, I now know how to build a PC now, which is good, like properly. So like, glad I can just repair it, like buy new parts and put it in whenever I need to now.
Yeah, but knowing theoretically and knowing actually are two very separate things.
It accepts
mean-
that. Cool. That'll do then. It is nowhere near, but it accepted it, so I will take it.
I remember like was he? Like I remember by
leveled up. Level
Me
4
too.
Fragile cargo.
Oh, you
leveled up
now. Hey, you're done.
Friday,
Mhm.
7 a.m. So not long and we can buy new trucks.
Wait,
Wait.
Don't they?
Do they have truck dealers in this place? Motherfucker, no!
Oh, you hit the pause menu, you go to truck dealers, and then you can just click on any of them and view selected dealer when it's open at 8 a.m.
No, I can't do it online.
You don't need to even on I haven't unlocked buy online, but the option below buy online is view dealership, which teleports you to it, and you can do it fine.
I
As
don't
soon
want
as it
to.
hits 8 a.m., you can do it. I would quite happily sell my kidneys at the moment with the kidney stones in it.
Is it still causing you trouble,
Yeah.
dude?
Yes, it has been 3 months and it's still causing trouble.
What
I
have
go
they
back
said
to the
about it
doctor this
recently?
week.
Okay.
It was literally, here's some painkillers. Come back to us in 3 months.
Yeah, I remembered that part.
Yeah, and it's this week I go back to them. Right, 49.
Probably, Brayden, but it's still fucked.
I did a pre-build, but I changed what was in it to what I preferred. and then just made somebody build it for me. Because yeah, I probably could build the computer, but I don't trust myself to not break something.
Well, are you guys done with your job then?
Yeah, we're
Mhm.
done with the job. I'm
Doing
waiting.
any more?
2
I want to
minutes
buy
to
some
get-
trucks. I don't know whether I'm going to do another job or not yet.
Right, 8. Can finally go to trucks. Right. Truck dealers. Man, you're not cheapest. What's the cheapest one?
Iveco.
Iveco.
It says it's
Uh,
closed hours. How are you in a different
closed
time to
hours.
me?
Saturday.
It's 7 o'clock where I am. How the fuck are you at 8
thank you for the
o'clock?
host. Yeah, I'm at 8 a.m. now. Drive.
Motherfucker, how are you an hour ahead of me? I'm in the same goddamn
Or is it-
instance.
Oh, I know what it is. I still have to wait an hour. It's done the time zone thing and glitched that up. Yeah, it's glitched through the changing time zones.
Okay, I'm gonna go discover some roads while I wait.
Thank you for the host, Lambert. It's much
Lambert?
appreciated.
Hosting? What is this crazy world? Normally Lambert's going till long after we're asleep.
Yeah, so like 3 a.m. or something stupid. But hopefully it means he can get some sleep and isn't up all night again.
Road, 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 road. Discover road. Make them yellow.
The game shafted you. Right, makes sense.
Is he rage quit?
Yeah, I'm feeling slightly sick. That's not fun.
What game was he playing?
Old World.
I don't know what that game is.
I
New World.
think it's the
Yeah. The one that came
I need
before
to check
New
it
World.
no,
Thank you, Brayden.
I think it's the one. Yeah, historic Civ game. Okay. It wasn't the one I was thinking of then.
There's a question mark over here. Let's go to it.
Yeah. This is where it's the dealership.
Lies. That was in the next town over.
We're colorblind, are we?
Why?
I'm not. I mean, I see colours slightly distorted because of dark glasses. I'm not technically colourblind.
Who's saying we're colorblind?
Red and green colourblindness is hella strong.
What?
I don't know. I don't understand it either.
Who's saying what words? I'm confused.
This is what Lambert is saying.
Is Lambert saying Lambert is colorblind?
Oh, because we ran red lights. Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's not colorblindness. That's just dickheadedness.
Yeah, we just ignore lights.
I just gave myself damage.
And then pay
'cause-
for it. Oh no, it's only a recruitment agency.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the dealers.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like to run the risk that we're gonna get slammed into.
Yeah.
Nothing
Go
better
back
than a
into
good
non-fusion.
rear ending. Unexpected. Enforced rear ending.
You need to stop talking sometimes.
Yeah.
You need an enforced snap, you do.
Right, okay. Yeah, I know it's not open yet. It's open in 4 minutes. Ooh, new James Bond. Yep, see ya.
Boy.
1 more minute on the trucks, okay. Here we go. Truck dealers are open. Yay.
Yay.
Iveco was the cheapest one, wasn't it?
Yes.
There's one in Hamburg. Visit selected dealer. Yes. Purchase this truck. Yes. Please put it in my depot.
Where's
So-
Hamburg? Oh, all the way over there. Wow.
Yeah.
I better travel to the same place then.
It doesn't actually teleport you there. It is
Oh.
really weird how it works.
Okay.
I really don't get why that it's done that way, but yeah. As long as you select to not drive it out yourself, which I think I did because I am dumb. Garages, where have you gone? Garage manager. Drive.
Wait, when it says configurations and it says fleet, does that mean it's like what you've already had?
Yeah. No driver.
Wait, is that mine?
You hire the driver, yes.
I think that's
And
my truck.
now
Yeah, that's my truck.
I want to go to the garages and I want to get my truck back. Give it to me.
Ah, I see. Right, buy me this. No.
This can you drive it? I think I just teleported myself to Dover, but it's fine. I can teleport myself back.
Which ones did they have? I don't remember. There you go.
Yay, I'm back in my truck. Cool. Right, and now
Garage in
Garage
London.
manager.
I'm gonna buy another truck.
Cool. That guy's on it. Yep. Maxed out my. Me. Maxed it out for here, and quick travel back to wherever you are. This is going to cost a bomb, but that's fine. 2k. Whatever.
All right.
Back in
Now I
river.
need to go because I now need to go to that place to hire the people. So I can actually hire them from where I physically am right now.
Or I was parked in it, not anymore because
Yeah, I know, right? Right, let's see
I
who we can
teleported
hire,
myself
shall we?
around a bit, but it's fine. I've already got somebody. I got somebody at level 2.8 or something. It does not matter. They level up as they glide, so it's fine. But yes, hello everyone that joined. I'm James. I play games mostly trucking right now, which I do on a Sunday. Tuesday I do racing with Lambert. And on Thursday, I tend to do a single player stuff, which is at the moment is Yakuza. And
He's got a cool hat.
on Friday, I do Humankind with Lambert. So busy schedule. But we will be back on the road soon as he's bought the truck and we pick up a new job.
I was gonna say I'm not 100% whether I'm gonna do another job or not yet.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Quite late now.
I could get a Chris. What is this name?
It's a very long job. We could, if you do want to do another one, I have one to northern Denmark, which has 2 ferries, so it won't be too long.
I'm just starting to smash into things, so.
7 hours on that one, so we've got a little while. If not, we'll just end here for tonight, which is fine either way for me, to be honest. Because I should be being careful and not wearing myself out, which I never do.
Never ever.
No.
Alright, bets. Mrs. Truck Driver. Where was the other person?
I probably should have repaired my truck while I was in the repair place.
That would have made sense.
Back we go to it.
Should we get Stephanie as well?
I'm totally a safe driver, guys. Don't worry about it.
We don't jump all the red lights, just a few of them.
Don't do U-turns in the middle of the road? No, why would we do that?
All right, Stephanie.
4K left with 5 trucks on the road. Should fairly easily keep in profit now.
Oh,
As long as I
they're
don't completely
Renaults.
total my truck, I'll be fine.
Nice. My rating is 7.5 apparently.
I have no idea what mine is.
If you go on drive, was it Driver Manager?
Yeah, probably.
It tells you there.
Whatever it is, it's far too high for what it should be with how I drive.
Yeah, I think it's just based on your skills and stuff. So I've got somebody who
Currently doing 90
is-
miles an hour down the road.
got quite a lot actually. Cool. I got 5 peoples now. 5 truck, 5
Nice.
peoples.
I have 5 trucks, 4 people, because you drove one yourself.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't including my truck or my person, but yes. It also means that I now have to buy a new garage before I can get
Yeah,
anyone
so
else.
do I, which is like 150k for the cheapest, I think. Almost 200k for most of them. So yeah, it'll be a little while.
We'll make that by next month.
It depends how much we crash, but probably 2 weeks we'll get it. We make about 100k a week.
Something like that. Unless we buy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna wait here. And I'm gonna end the convoy, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Done. Sorry, Dad.
I'm just driving up to you and then I'll end as well.
Well, that was real fun, as always. I really
Yeah, it
enjoyed
was.
those times.
Oh, there we go. Yes, accept the progress even though it's
Money earned
62K.
minus 273. Ouch. But it was alright. It did good. We did some things. We finally got 2 more trucks. I was waiting for so long to get that one truck that I could buy a second one already.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is crazy.
They do happen very quickly.
Mm. But yes, thank you everybody for watching. I will hopefully be streaming again tomorrow. I'm hoping to play some more Resident Evil 7. I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow. I think we're on the final chapter, to be honest. But I'm not 100%. But that's my feeling, so we'll see. But yes, hopefully we'll do that. And then Tuesday we're doing racing. And Wednesday I may look to start Resident Evil 8 if I've finished 7. And then after that, I'm actually on holiday from work. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot more... tired. Probably going to be doing a lot more spooky games whilst I'm on holiday. With potential multiplayer streams as well. So it's going to be good. We're going to be getting a lot more done, hopefully. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you all have a good evening or morning if you're Brayden. It's almost like you abandoned us from trucking, Milkshake. What goes around comes around. But I'm ending now anyways. So, yes, thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye!